Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills. Wait, did I say job title yet? Get started today and see how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey everyone, it is Steven Schleicher, and I am just sitting here on a beautiful Friday night. It's nice and warm, sun is going down, got a drink in my hand, and it's just a perfect way to settle into the weekend in my office recording this for you. But really, I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and I think I speak for everybody that is part of Critical Hit, that I want to thank you for all of the hundreds and thousands of emails that we have received from you, sharing your thoughts, reflections, reactions to the Void Saga and everything that went into that, near decades long tale. I'm glad so many of you enjoyed that. And I wanted to say thank you for all of that. I also wanted to say thank you for all the positive comments about inspectors. It's a little side thing. We do these occasionally. We'll do these little short things, pop them in there when we have a free moment. And so inspectors was one of those. And we'll have more of those on the way. And maybe some more inspectors. A lot of people really like that one. So we might see if we have some more inspectors' tales to tell you in the coming weeks, months, and years. Yes, years and years. I also want to say thank you to everyone who is a patron over at patreon.com/major spoilers. We are close, so close to hitting our next milestone. And the weird thing is it's always at the end of the month too when this happens. So it always depends on how the month plays out whenever they do the billings and everything. But we are so close to hitting that next goal. And anyone who is a silver level member and higher gets Critical Hit 2 weeks ahead of everyone else, which of course means more work for me, at least for a couple of weeks in a row, but it means more fun for the rest of you who are our patrons. And I want to thank everyone who's a patron. Really, without our patron support, we wouldn't be able to do half the things we are doing now. In fact, we wouldn't be able to do Critical Hit the way we're doing now if it wasn't for a large portion of our patrons who support this show and everything we do at the Major Spoilers Podcast Network. So thank you so much for that. Now, one of the advantages of becoming a patron is that not only do you get Critical Hit a week early or maybe 2 weeks early, you get behind the scenes access to things like character sheets and all these other things that you have access to. You also get the shows, the episodes ad free, meaning all this stuff at the beginning you don't hear when you're a patron. Maybe a perk. I don't know. Some people may say that they like listening to my voice. Hi, Mom. Any ding dang doodly way. Have I told you about Harry's lately? Harry's, they make the sharpest blades ever. Unlike some of those other razor companies, they're not charging you whenever they make a product improvement. I've been using Harry's razors for years. Love these things. And now they have a new, sharper blade. And here's the thing. Each blade, still low cost, $2 each. I love the ergonomic handle. I love the way that you've got the blade that's got the trimmer side on it. And for someone that does have a beard, I can still shave and use that trimmer side to get up close and shape my beard very, very nicely. So here's a deal, a special offer for new U.S. customers. You can redeem a trial offer of Harry's new sharper blades by going to harrys.com/ that's right, Critical Hit. harrys.com/ Critical Hit. Here's why you should give Harry's a try. In addition to the sharpest shave ever at the same price, Harry's stands by their blades with a 100% quality guarantee at harrys.com. Blades delivered direct to your door on schedule with or without a subscription. You don't have to have a subscription. You could just say, hey, I need a new pack of razors, or I want to get a new handle, or I want to get some of their other stuff like their gels that you can use. I am a big fan lately, and I know this isn't for this particular ad, but I'm a big fan lately of their shower gels and shampoos there. Really, really like that stuff. But we're talking about razors. and you can get the sharpest shave ever at a super great price. And again, we've got an amazing offer for the listeners of this show. For our U.S. customers, you can redeem a Harry's trial set at harrys.com/criticalhit. You'll get the 5-blade razor that I was talking about, featuring the new sharper blades, that weighted handle, foaming shave gel with aloe, and a travel cover to protect your blade when you're on the go. That deal is for new U.S. customers. Redeem that Harry's trial set at harrys.com/criticalhit. Redeem that trial offer today. It's such a deal. I think when you're done shaving with a Harry's razor, you're going to say the same thing that I do at the end of every one of these segments, where I say, thank you, Harry's, for your support of Critical Hit. Now, this week, we got something new. We got something different. Something maybe a little bit old for some of you. I know everybody's getting really excited. We're jumping this week into Sentinels of the Multiverse, the role-playing game. Now, about these series of shows coming up, these were actually recorded, I want to say well over a year ago. Maybe even, I know it's been well over a year ago. But this was before they had released the full version of the game. So what we're going to be playing is the initial starter set, the starter kit that they released for everyone. And so we're walking through a bunch of these pre-generated games. I know people want to see our take on pre-gen games, and we also wanted to check out the Sentinels of the Multiverse game. This is one that was played over a couple of months, but you're not going to have to wait months and months and months to hear all 6 of the episodes, because we're going to present them to you one right after the other for the next 6 weeks. And then we're on to something new. And then after that, something new after that. After that, something new. Oh, the games and the hits are just going to keep rolling right here at majorspoilers.com and in this episode of Critical Hit. Welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you for checking us out this time. And this week we have something a little bit different. Now, Brian.
And now for something completely different.
Brian has been talking about the Sentinels of the Multiverse RPG game for quite some time, and at the time of this recording, it's not the play test version, but the
starter kit.
Yeah, the starter kit,
like a year or two ago. I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's out, but there's still more coming, right?
Yes, there's the actual rule book coming out, hopefully in a couple months.
As of this recording.
Yes.
So keep in mind that as we play through the Sentinels of the Multiverse RPG, or Sentinel Comics RPG, that we're going off of the starter kit.
Yes.
And we're going to have some fun with this. So this is also a little bit different for this show because very rarely do we play a prepackaged scenario, a prepackaged campaign. But that's what we're going to do, and we're going to see how many of these we can get through. What are there, 6 in this this starter kit?
There's 6 adventures, 6 issues, as they do, basically to form a whole trade.
There you go.
And we're going to start into this and see how this goes.
Okay. So what do we need to do? Do we need to introduce our characters, or do you have something that's set up for that, or...
I think we can work into that.
Okay.
So basically what is happening is this does take place shortly after the big event that basically ends the card game Sentinels of the Multiverse, called the Oblivion event, in which a singular entity known as Oblivion tried to basically end all realities by smushing them all together. In this event, Megalopolis, the main big city that many of the heroes come from, including the Freedom Five, got pretty darn devastated. Rook City may have got it worse, but Megalopolis is pretty bad. Been pretty destroyed, and there's now a giant tree that's even taller than the tallest skyscrapers that were there, and it's crazy stuff. So the heroes here are basically helping with the cleanup and trying to pitch in, find any survivors in the rubble.
Okay.
And that's generally what we'll come to with you guys here.
All right.
So, Stephen, you want to tell us who you're playing?
Yes, I am playing Paul Parsons, a.k.a. Legacy, the Superman analog, or the Captain America analog. Superman, Captain America analog kind of mashed together. For those of you that don't know, like I said, you kind of know what his power set is, except that he's more of the encouraging type. In the Sentinels of the Universe card game, he's the one that, while he can punch, he usually, or at least when I play him, I like to use the galvanize feature that lets me empower the rest of the team to do what they need to do to get things done, like give them additional hit points or give them bonuses to their attacks. So I'm interested in seeing how that aspect translates to this game. So my understanding then, in the RPG sense, Legacy would be not quite a paladin, but he uses a lot of diplomacy type skills to get people to better themselves.
Yeah, he's definitely the leader of the Freedom 5 team. We do only got 4 of us, and so we're not going to have the full Freedom 5, considering that someone here is not playing a Freedom 5 member, and it's not even the character you may think.
Ooh,
but
is it me?
That would be you, Matthew.
Yeah, way to have to be different.
Way to
Hey, I
go.
gave everyone
What a
the
weirdo.
opportunity to be different. We could have played with 0 Freedom 5 characters.
Yeah.
Because, the starter
Freedom 4
kit,
3/8.
yeah, it
I am
does
playing
come with
zero
Unity,
Freedom 5 character.
who is the intern of the Freedom 5, or was the intern. She's now doing her own thing with Revo Corp. But instead, I also included the Daybreak characters, which they released with later modules. So we're fudging the timeline a bit. They don't really come along until later, but nonetheless, we have Matthew's character with us, Rockstar.
Yes, this is actually Earth 825, where
Yes.
Daybreak comes in about, 2 years early?
Yeah.
Yes, Rockstar. Woohoo! Rockstar is a 19-year-old bombshell. Megan the Hammer Lee, who wants nothing more than to be a famous rock star. And also, does the thing with the crystal and the punching with the crystals, which is lovely. I just like the idea of being the big guy without being the big guy.
Fair enough.
So that's kind of nice. Even though Superman is here, it's nice to have somebody. And whenever you have a character, my thing is to go for somebody whose archetype I've never seen before. So Rockstar is, kind of the arrogant teenage potty mouth, I think. But also her power set is weird, and she doesn't, it's not something where you're clearly, hey, it's that guy. So here we are with the Rockstar.
Yes.
You're welcome.
And she literally has the power of rock, but not the music, though. She just wants
that would be different.
Yes.
That would be Dazzler, and I didn't want to do that.
Not quite. But we do have a few other members of the Freedom 5 here. We got Sam with us.
Hi, I am going to be playing Tachyon, aka Dr. Meredith Stinson, who is the Flash. Just definitely just the Flash, but even smarter.
Yes.
More of a the Flash, but also Eobard Thawne, but not evil. Let's go with that. So that's what I got. I like playing super scientists. Never played a speedster before, so this should be fun.
Yeah, this should be interesting. And finally, we got the last and most reluctant member of the Freedom 5 team with Rob here.
Yeah.
Are you lukewarm on the whole idea of being in a team?
I'd be pretty cold on it, actually. 'Cause I'm playing Ryan Frost, Absolute Zero.
Yes.
Basically, good guy, Mr. Freeze.
On the one hand, props for the punny name guys who created this. On the other hand,
For the punny name.
What?
Yeah.
A guy named by the name of Octavian winds up with 8 arms. What are the odds?
Yes.
exactly.
1 and 8.
Yes.
Steven, you go to your room and you think about what you've done.
Made Rob laugh, so I count that as a win.
Well, that right there is the first issue. That's the thing that tells you there's a problem.
Actually, the first issue is Justice Comics Volume 1. First appearance of Paul Parsons. Legacy.
Yes. So, yeah, as I mentioned, you all are helping with the rebuilding efforts. You guys are also... The Freedom Tower was destroyed.
Oh, no, we have no headquarters.
Yeah, nope. So you are kind of also there helping with the planning of the Freedom Plaza.
Okay.
And the new project that you guys are planning there. And So what does Legacy do to help out with the
cleanup?
With the cleanup or whatever around the city?
So how long after Oblivion does this take place? Is the battle now over and there's people buried under the rubble that we need to save? Or is this about, several months afterwards and...
No, this is pretty freshly after. Still...
Well, then I am going to be using some of my alert nature of my powers to be looking for survivors under a lot of the rubble and trying to see who I can help and rescue. And if that means I have to help the rescue teams doing stuff, move a big boulder or give other people encouragement to carry on, then that's what my character is going to be doing.
Excellent. And what about you, Rockstar? What brings you to Megalopolis, and what are you doing to help out here?
Publicity, I think. Definitely the urge to do good, but more importantly, the urge to be seen doing good. And, make sure that people know that they can access my SoundCloud once things are back up and running. So probably, heavy lifting type stuff where possible.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Trying to look as cool as possible.
So if we want to thank you properly, just go check out your Spotify when we get home.
Shh. We don't want to make it sound like a commercial.
Spotify, your choice for music. Also, I think that we are on Spotify, so you can go find our podcast there.
Excellent.
Oh, great. And while you're up, check out my SoundCloud. My new single drops Friday.
Unfortunately, Critical Hit is not on SoundCloud because they want me to pay them a bunch of money to upload stuff, so no.
Oh. Yeah, that could be pricey real quick.
Yep.
All right, and Dr. Stinson, how are you helping the relief efforts here?
She's basically just moving around super fast, cleaning up debris. She's not super strong, but trying to get things as situated as possible, possibly with the help of some engineering or other scientific gadgets that she's whipped up. She doesn't have access to her lab, which she's super bummed about, but is trying to make do with what she can scrounge.
Absolutely. And Absolute Zero, what are you doing around here?
Probably building ice structures to keep buildings that are not entirely stable.
Neat. So, so you guys are all basically help digging around in the rubble, pulling out survivors, helping getting them to the camps that they got set up to help people who have been pretty displaced by the mass devastation. All of a sudden, you start hearing a weird scrabbling noise coming.
Oh,
and
I bet it's somebody that needs help. I will go track down the source of that noise.
You start noticing it coming from the storm tunnels there below the street.
Now I don't have X-ray vision, so I can't peer through the rubble. So I'm going to have to go find a manhole cover.
There's a manhole cover there.
I will open it up and I will peer down inside. Hello? Anybody down there that needs help?
As you peer down inside, you see several red points of light glare back at you.
Oh, my. Do I recognize these?
Well, they look a little bit familiar as all of a sudden just starts swarming from the manhole covers and the drains are around the street. There's just a whole bunch of various spider-like robotic things.
Get them off! Now, do these look like... these aren't Baron Blade devices, are they? Or are they Omnitron X?
Or Unity bots.
Oh, Unity bots. They could be that, too.
They don't so much... if anything, they look mostly like Omnitron robots.
Oh, no.
With the blue metal and the red lenses.
Yeah.
But, there's definitely interesting. So there's all of a sudden these swarms of robots coming out. Pretty soon you find that you all got a group of robots heading your way as they start snapping at you with their diamond mandibles and advancing towards you with the red lasers and spitting web.
No, not these guys.
Go ahead and dip into a combat here as we start figuring out
how to play these characters.
Yes.
Use the system.
Yep. So basically, they seem to break off into groups of 3 as they advance on each of you.
Okay.
And so, as you're looking at these, the dice are actually what represents the individual robots.
Okay.
Okay. So each of these minis is like 3 different robots?
Yes. And
cool.
they're going to be going first as each of them basically take advance on each of you. And so basically the first one is going to be laying down some cover fire with its lasers, try to pin you down. And so the first one will just go towards absolute 0 here first, as he tries to boost the robot that's advancing towards him, and rolls a 5 on his booster hinder, which would give the robot who's coming in and munching towards you +2 to his action. But before he does that, another one's going to shoot web at you, absolute 0, and try to hinder you. And because they got particularly sticky, nasty webs, they get a +1 to that. But get a 4, so that is a -2 to your next action.
Boo.
And then the last one attacks with that +2 boost and take 5 damage.
Ouch.
As we go to the character sheet, there should be a place where you have HP there. You can just tick that down. And pretty much similar tactics going towards Legacy. First one lays down some cover fire to help out the one trying to munch towards him.
Okay.
And only managed to create a +1 mod to the attacking friend. One of them comes towards you trying to web you up. And gets -2 to your mod.
Boo.
And then the last one is going to attack with also a +1 bonus. Oh, and only do 2 damage.
All right.
Which I believe Legacy has
a lot.
Well, not only does he have a lot, he also has an inherent ability, Fortitude. Reduce physical and energy damage by 1 when you are in the green zone.
All right.
So effectively, you only take 1 damage.
Take 1 damage. I like it.
All right. Third pot of bots are going to be advancing towards Rockstar. First one with the boost action. Only doing a +1 to the one that's going to attack. Second one hindering with web. Oh, you rolled crap, so you're only going to get -1 on your action.
Okay.
And the one to munch, it's 4 damage. And I think you also got a similar damage reduction ability. Inherent, yes. Reduce physical and energy damage you take by 1 while you're in the green zone.
Yep. Where are my hit points?
If you're looking at your sheet, do you see the green, yellow, and red? And then,
yes.
And then underneath there's a gray area and it says HP.
There's nothing in there.
Switch over to your attributes and abilities, and then you should see a current HP, and you should put a current and a max.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, and the last pod swarms towards Dr. Stinson.
So I have an ability when I'm in the green that says when a target moves near me, I can attack by rolling my speed die. Does that still apply in like the first round of combat?
Absolutely. We'll have that count, but first there are 2 of them that are kind of blasting at you with ranged.
Okay.
So
Ouch.
First one's going to be laying covering fire for the one that is advancing. Just a D6, it's die, and only gets a 2, so that'll only be a +1 mod for the one that is attacking. Then the second one lays some webbing to try to hinder, and so you only get a -1 on your action.
Okay.
Which you can now take that reaction if you want. Now you only get 1 reaction per turn, which refreshes when you take your turn. So this is a pretty good time.
Yeah, because it'll take my reaction, then my turn starts.
Yeah.
Great. So I get to attack by rolling my speed die, which is a D10.
Yeah, so I believe you just get that D10, but it'll just be straight damage towards it. But you do have that hindering.
-1?
Yep.
So just roll D10 -1?
Yep.
So that's a 3.
Okay, so with these minions, the ones that are represented by dice, what generally happens is that when they take damage, they will roll their die, which is a D6, and try to use that to beat the amount of damage that's being done. He rolled a 6, so he beat that 3 damage. So what happens is that he steps down a die size.
Okay, so he's now D4s?
He's now a D4 once I pull that out. So if it would have not beat the damage, then it would have just been taken out completely. But minions, they get stepped down. And so now it's only a D4, and so that means it's going to try to bite at you with that D4, still getting a +1 from the earlier boost that it got from its comrade laying the cover fire. And do 3 damage to you.
Okay.
And with that, I'm going to pass off the turn. Basically, this system uses what some in the gaming community call a popcorn initiative system, where whoever takes a turn at the end of their turn, they choose who goes next out of the people or characters that have not gone yet.
Okay.
And so, as the one who went first, I'm going to declare that Legacy gets to go next, being the one who was checking out the disturbance.
Oh yeah, this is all me. So at some point, so let's explain to our listeners how the game operates. We have powers, qualities, and abilities, right?
Yes.
And what do we use in each of our turns? As your character, let me find it here on my page. Boop, 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 boop.
Well, generally what you can do is you also got a status where basically, depending upon your health, you're in either a green, yellow, or red status or out, which gives it the system name of Gyro.
Okay.
Green, yellow, red, out, GYRO.
Okay. All right.
So you haven't really taken a lot of damage, so you're still very well in the green.
Sure.
So you will use your green die in your action pool. And depending on what you decide to do, you also choose a die from your powers and choose a die from your qualities.
Okay.
And you're going to roll those 3. On most standard actions, you choose the middle one. And you can basically do any of these standard actions: attack, boost, hinder, defend, or overcome.
Right.
And so depending on what you do, you also have abilities that can change other options, such as applying that mid die to multiple targets, or being able to use your highest die in an action, or use your minimum die for other effects or additional effects.
All right. So what I was hoping to do was so how many of these do we get to use at once? I mean, so when it comes to a basic action, can I attack, but then also use one of my abilities?
No, generally you have to choose to either use an ability or a basic action.
Okay.
There is also inherent and reactions, as Sam used. Inherent ones are just always on, so you might just make sure that none of those apply, but otherwise you just choose which action you want to do, either from the basic actions or from your character sheet's abilities.
Okay.
You are generally limited to whatever ones you're currently in the status of, so currently your green abilities.
Green. Yeah. So I think I just want to attack one of these guys. And so to do that, I'm going to roll a green die plus my power, right? So that would be like strength. And then the quality that I would want to use would be close combat, right? So I would roll a D6, a D10, and a D8. And then minus the Omnibots -2 that I had on here, right?
Yes.
So it rolled, I got a 3.
Yeah, so you got an 8, a 5, and a 5, which makes your mid die a 5. So with the -2 mod, you got a 3. So you did 3 damage to one of these spider bots. Is there any particular one you're attacking?
The ugly one.
The ugly one. All right. Well, it's going to see if it saves or not.
It is intimidated by my presence.
And it does not save, so you just completely smash one of the spider bots.
Wow. Okay. So the 6 does not represent their hit points.
Well, it kind of does. They roll whatever that die is, and if it rolls over what the amount of damage that they take, then they only step down a die size.
Okay.
If they roll under, then they get smashed.
Oh, okay. All right. So this isn't as scary as I thought it was going to be.
Nope. This should be fairly easy. It's just supposed to be a bit of a rush at first, and then I think you guys will make pretty quick work of them from there.
Okay.
But so that leaves 2 of them still on you, firing at you. So Since you're not taking your turn, you get to choose who goes next here.
I think I want to see how this young upstart from the future does in combat. So I will allow Matthew's character to go next. So, one real quick question. Does the penalty now go away?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not persistent or exclusive, so it falls off once it is applied.
All right, cool. Thank you.
All right. So I have a -1 penalty.
Mm-hmm.
I have a laser sewer spider that has attacked me.
Mm-hmm.
I have shrugged off its attack. So do I have to use one of my named abilities, or can I just kind of wing it? Or
you don't have to use a named ability. You can just use a basic action. There is also the options of taking a minor or major twist to either do some other weird things or try some other abilities, or to take a yellow or red ability from your sheet as well.
Well, I do actually have an ability that says that I can overcome using brute force, using my max die, and each of my allies would then gain a hero point. This sounds like a thing that we want.
I mean, generally you do want hero points. However, overcome actions are more for more nebulous obstacles, things that aren't like something that's hindering you, not something you just directly punch, or basically something that doesn't necessarily have hit points, so to speak.
All right.
So
I can attack using strength.
You can attack using strength. Yep.
I will punch it. Actually, no. I'm going to kick it really, really hard with my incredibly stylish emerald green shoe. It's got a really thick, blocky heel. It'll bust it right in the chops. So I'm going to do that as soon as you tell me how to roll.
All right. So again, you form a 3-die dice pool. First one from your current health status, which you're still in green. So that's a D10.
Okay.
Then you choose a power and a quality.
Okay.
So of your powers, you got stone, strength, transmutation, and vitality. A varying die size.
This sounds like strength because I'm attacking using strength.
All right. So yeah, if you're just using your strength to try to smoosh it, then you would click that strength on your sheet there.
I click strength on my sheet. Okay. I've clicked it.
You got, then you choose one of your qualities. The Rockstar has close combat, creativity, hard rock lifestyle, and leadership.
This sounds like creativity to me.
Does it?
Yeah, because I'm kicking it rather than punching or doing fine. Hard rock lifestyle.
Yeah, it sounds like this is I'd allow a hard rock lifestyle. I mean, it's the same thing as your close combat anyways, so click that.
All right, so I click.
And so then if you click go back to the top of the sheet and click the basic action. Do you got your penalty? Well, I guess it'll ask you for a mod.
Basic action. Mod is -1.
All right.
How do I put a negative in there?
Well, when you click the roll, then it should prompt. Yeah.
Did that work?
It worked. You rolled 3, 4, and 7, so your mid die is a 4. So -1 is 3.
Okay.
So, and again, that will roll to save.
Okay.
And if it meets it, does that have to roll over?
Yes, it does.
Does it now?
I believe so. Actually, no. I believe that it has to beat my number to win. Otherwise, I win.
We'll see. I think you might be right, but I'm just checking here.
It just sounds like bluffing on my part, doesn't it?
It's higher than the minion's result. Then the
it
minion
wants
is
to roll
removed.
over like the punk it is.
Okay, so no, it actually makes it. So it'll just go down to a D4.
I kicked it right in its laser eye. Now, that particular power, the attack using strength, my wicked solo power, indicates that the target of this attack must attack against me next turn if possible.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it's marked or anything. I'm just saying that this seems to be a similar mechanic to the marks that we have.
All right.
All right. So I have rushed up. I've kicked it really hard.
Yep. Sounds like you done that. So now you pass off your turn to who you want to go next.
Well, clearly at this point, when it comes down to speed or ice, the Flash always beats Captain Cold. So I'm going to say the fastest woman alive is up next.
Nice. So I'd like to use my hypersonic assault, which lets me attack multiple targets using finesse.
Yes. Now this is an interesting power because I believe it says you can basically attack anything you can reach by foot.
Does it say that?
Or is that different?
There's not much description of that other than it just says
multiple
all
targets.
It says is attack multiple targets using finesse, use your min die, hinder each target with your mid die.
Okay. Okay. That's not the multiple
there's
targets.
No
all right.
Clear flavor text there on like how you determined. Yeah, there's no clarifying on what multiple targets means. Like, is it 2 or
so
4?
The way I'm going to do, especially given this fight that's largely supposed to be kind of an introduction to the mechanics, I'm going to say that you could basically fight any, do that against any particular pod.
Okay, cool. Can I just hit all the ones in my pod then?
Yes, you can do that.
Great. So she'll just zip around in circles around them, doing like the whirlwind flash speed punch and saying, "Stupid Omnitron bots, you shouldn't be here. We're busy cleaning up the debris. We've got bigger problems than you guys."
All right.
All right. So I roll my finesse, which is 8. And I use my, I guess my power would be speed. So that's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then my min die, is that a D6?
Well, it's whatever rolls up the minimum.
What does that mean?
Like,
got it.
So you have, when you roll, you sort it by lowest to highest, and you got a min, a medium, and a max die.
Got it. All right, so I'm rolling a D6 because I'm in green, and then 8 for finesse for the quality, and then 10 for the speed for power?
Yes.
Okay, great.
You got a medium die of 3, max of 8, minimum of 2. And so you're attacking with the normal medium?
I'm actually using my min die because I'm attacking with multiple things, but I'm hindering each target with my mid die.
Oh, okay. I see. So it's all right.
It's kind of like, I think it's like the, almost like a multiple action penalty. I'm hitting less hard because I'm hitting so many of them.
Okay, so that'll just straight out take out the D4 minion on you.
Great.
And the other two will have to roll to see if they get taken out or if that one made it. Second one did not, so you took out one of those as well, and the last one steps down to a D4. So
and then he's also hindered by 3?
Yeah, so basically, you do -1 hindering. In what way is he hindered there?
I'll basically, I'm messing up if the two of them I managed to like punch right through, and how about I just also like take out one of his legs, so now he's off balance.
All right, sounds good. So he's got a penalty on him. And so with that, that'll be your turn, and pass it off. There's only one character who has yet to go.
Go, Absolute Zero.
Nice to see you, Absolute Zero.
Oh my god. Remember what killed the dinosaurs?
An asteroid.
Just gonna go away.
Yeah, that's fair. Respect that decision.
All right, so
yes,
these abilities. In order to use the yellow or red ones, we have to have been knocked down to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, generally either the scene tracker, which there is not one yet in this scene, will have to be at that, or you have to be knocked down to that health-wise.
Well, once you're knocked down to that, you can use anything above it, I take it.
Yep.
Okay. That makes sense. Seeing that these things are gearing up for another assault, Parsons can definitely take more hits. That's not a problem. And the new kid looks like she's pretty rock solid. So I'm going to put a shield, an ice shield on my good friend, the doctor. There, I'm going to defend using cold. I use my max die, and I boost the target of that defense using my min die.
Interesting.
I don't remember what I'm hindered at right now.
I want to say it was -2.
Yeah, you would have been the first one. So...
Yeah, the problem with me being the first one and then going last.
Yeah, so it rolled a 5 for the hinder action, so yeah, you got a -2.
For my power, I'm using cold, because that's what it tells me to do. And then for my qualities, I'm going to use cool under pressure.
All right. So what you have rolled is a max of 5 and a min of 2. So you actually did a defense of 3 and a boost of 0. Is that? Yeah, let's see. Defend, use your max die, boost to target using your min. So, yep, unfortunately...
Should be a boost of 1 at least.
No, actually, you have to hit at least a 1 to give the bonus. 1 through 3 gives a +1 boost. 4 through 7 +2. And,
okay. I see what's going on.
Yep. So it's basically by 4s, but yeah. So, unfortunately, no bonus or penalty is created, but you do basically create a block of 3, which basically prevents 3 damage from hitting Dr. Meredith. What does this shield look like?
Ooh, how about it's actually like basically it would normally be like almost like encasing her in ice, but because she moves so fast, it actually just like almost rotates around her.
Yeah, it's something like what I was going to go with. I was going to do kind of a slide in the direction, a sliding wall in the direction that she's clearly going at this point.
Sweet.
Sending the bots away from her.
Nice. All right, so you do that, and that's pretty much your action. So you were at the bottom of the round, so you choose who goes next. You cannot choose yourself.
So do the bots not go next then, if we're at the bottom of the round, or?
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't choose the bots, then the bots don't go next.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, crazy. So you can wind up with all the PCs acting...
basically
twice before the bad guys act?
Yes, but although if you're not careful, the same can happen in reverse.
Yep.
Interesting.
Like you can just be like, now they're going to act twice.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and actually throw it on back to Tachyon then.
All right, sweet.
She is super fast.
Then I'm going to roll with my ice thing. And let me see how this... he's hindered, so it's almost like pointless. I'll hope to like take my reaction against... No, actually, don't use it on me. Let me try to get my reaction if they let them act before me.
Okay. I'll send it over to the bots then.
So the first one is going to do a bitey bite towards absolute 0. Or actually, let's see. How do we want to... A few of these are going to kind of split off and regroup. So this one's going to actually kind of move towards Dr. Meredith Stinson.
Hey, bam! Don't get close to me.
But not going to be getting into melee.
Oh, fine.
I think, yeah, so this one will probably split off and go towards Legacy, leaving a pot of 2 on Absolute 0. So first one's going to try to hinder Absolute 0 with webbing. It gets a +1 to the hinder action, and it rolled better than 4, so it gets a -2 to your next action.
Ugh.
Second one in that pod's going to attack, doing only 1 damage. Chompity chomp. 3 going towards Legacy. First one's going to lay some cover fire to boost the one coming in for a bite.
I block it all.
And only provides a +1 bonus, so maybe. Second one's going to try to webify you. Beat the 4, so you get a -2 to your next action.
Boo.
And the third one coming in for a bite with that +1 bonus and 6 damage minus your toughness.
6 damage, so it's 5 damage then.
Yep.
Okay.
2 on Rockstar. The one that's still at a D6 is going to go for the webbing. Ooh, and not quite hit 8, but still get the +2 or the -2 on your next action.
Okay.
And the one coming in for a bitey bite with a D4. Does 3 damage to you. And again, minus your toughness.
I can still shake it off.
Yep.
Okay.
And this one at full strength heading towards Dr. Meredith Stinson is going to try to webify her too. So Tachyon will take a -2 to her next action.
Okay.
And the one that's already at her is going to try to bite with that D4 with a -1 and 3, which I think is pretty much negated by the ice shield.
Yep.
So it's yeah, he just gets him
full of ice.
Yes, mandible full of ice, and doesn't do any damage towards you.
And you were right, by the way, that my power does read I can attack anyone on foot. It just they're not listed in the same place. Weirdly enough, there's like a second block of text, but whatever. I was warming up.
Which, I mean, where can she not reach on foot?
Yeah,
that's
seriously.
A bit of an issue, I think. So I think we might be a little bit less lenient when determining what you can hit.
Yeah, that's fair.
So with that, spiders are pretty much done. I think with that, Dr. Meredith Stinson is a pretty fast person, so I think I'll give her the option to go next.
Well, I still didn't get to use my reaction, so that kind of backfired, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I will just try to finish off this bot in my face. So I will. Now, I think I guess I'd just make a basic attack of some form. So for basic attack, I can just describe it excitingly, and then all right, cool.
Choose which power and quality to apply to it, and roll, and take the medium die.
Actually, so instead I'm going to use quick insight. So she's just going to like run around this injured bot, like kind of like stroking her chin a bit and like looking at its gears and like bolts and things like that. And being like, it is fascinating construction, though has this weakness. And so I'm going to attempt to gather some insights that our allies can use. So how do I do that? I use my max die. And okay, cool. So I'll be using my power of lightning calculator and my quality of science and my status die to attempt to gain some bonuses here.
All right, gonna go for a boost?
Yep.
All right. Roll that. That's true.
I do have a double. Hey,
look at
that. That's exciting.
So 8, 6, and 6. So your medium's a 6. You did roll doubles, so you have a character ability that you actually have a few abilities that trigger off of doubles.
Yeah, so I get to, in this case, when I'm using quick insight, if I roll doubles, I attack with my mid die, which in this case is the D10. So.
Oh. So nice. So you do 6 damage, which will be enough to take out this guy as you basically analytically pick it apart.
Great.
Or were you going for the D6 over there? I guess I should have asked.
Oh, no, that's fine. I was planning on possibly killing the one that was already injured.
Okay.
And then, because I wasn't necessarily likely to roll a 6, especially with that -2 penalty I had. So, Oh, yeah, so the -2 penalty is that's only a 4 then?
Well, your max die will be a 6.
Oh, right.
Which the 4 still is enough. I mean, basically any damage will take out a D4 minion.
Fair enough. And then I get to boost... Boost or hinder.
Unfortunately, with that -2, you didn't hit the 8, which would have been a nice +3 boost, but you still get a +2. So, cool. Basically, who is going to get this boost? Or technically, just about anyone can take advantage of that boost.
Sorry, what'd you say?
So, I guess you can just...
No, I was talking to Matthew, who was whispering something.
Boost.
Matthew wants the boost.
You want the boost?
No, I'm just saying boost. I think you could put it on any female character that's not you, and
all right, then she'll say, their weak spot is their left tail socket, Rockstar.
Cool.
Interestingly, as you did analyze this robot, you kind of noticed that its seeming resemblance to Omnitron technology seems to be largely superficial.
Oh, interesting.
When you're poking around, and basically as you took it apart, poking around on it, you seem to recognize a lot of similarities to all sorts of technology you've seen before, including your own.
Whoa, that's unsettling.
Yes, there's definitely seems to be some similarities to Baron Blade and some to bunker suits and even some of your old intern Unity's robots.
We'll have to study these scavenged parts later.
Yes. So, with that, you get to pass off your turn to the next character.
All right, go Rockstar.
All right.
So having been identified that the creatures have a weakness, can I grab one of them and smash it into another, trying to hit their weakness, their left tail sockets together so that they both explode?
Trying to do damage two of them at once?
Yeah. I don't know if that would constitute a risky action or not.
It sounds like that would if you don't have an ability that otherwise lets you hit multiple things.
Yeah, there's nothing specifically that I can find in my green zone, an ability that would specifically say that. So I'm kind of winging it here.
Okay, yes. You could definitely take what's called a risky action to attack multiple targets with that same die. However, you'll have to take some kind of twist in order to do so.
Okay. Do I get to pick the twist?
Yeah, I would say you get to decide in what way this is going to be potentially harmful or dangerous action.
Well, they're clearly going to explode.
Are they? Okay, so...
yes, and there's a possibility of shrapnel. And, I am not really paying attention. I have no idea what these things are powered by. But they are clearly going to explode if this works.
Okay, so we'll just do a simple, this will cause some extra damage. Okay. So we'll say that you'll also lose health equal to the max die of the roll.
Okay. So this is going to hurt me more than it hurts them.
Yes, but you could very well likely take out two of them at once here.
Right. All right. So am I doing the thing where I pick a power and I pick a quality?
Yep. Pick a power, pick a quality.
Quality is clearly creativity. Because I'm winging it. Because of the way I'm doing this, the power is probably going to be stone, because as she attacks, her fists, which are normally covered with fingerless leather gloves and fishnets that go up to her elbows, are actually going to be encased in the crystalline stones that give her the Rockstar power. Excellent. So basically, stone hands. And then, so I got that. What else do I got? What do I need? There's a third thing I need, isn't there?
Then just whatever your health is at will determine the third die, which cool. Your green is 10.
And then I have a -2 penalty from being hindered by webs. Is that correct?
Yes.
Weberty hindrance.
Are you also going to be utilizing the bonus that Tachyon generated for you?
Yeah, but I forgot to put it in. Woo!
Okay, so we'll just ignore that mod. So, okay. Yes, since you basically are just doing a standard attack against multiple targets, that's going to be 2 6s. Okay. Well, actually, 6, 8, 10 is the dice rolled. So actually 8 to both of them, which will be enough to just explode all those. So no more robots for Rockstar.
Rockstar crashes them together, and those clear weakness spots impact, and then they all explode.
Yes, and you're engulfed in a quick explosion as you take 10 damage.
10? Why 10?
Because the max die is a minor twist for the health damage.
Well, you never explained that to me.
He just did. He rolled before you rolled. He said you're going to take damage
equal to the max die.
You said what it was. You didn't tell me it would be. All right. Well, that means then my environment has switched to yellow. If I understand this correctly.
Sounds like.
Yeah, because. Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think your environment status has switched to yellow. Your
health
status has switched to yellow.
So I just leave the environment check on the green.
Okay.
Because, there's not actually a scene tracker here. That's what determines the environment status.
Got it. Okay.
You'll see those soon enough. It should just automatically figure it out, I believe. We'll have to keep an eye on it and make sure, but we'll see how that goes.
We'll see if it does something stupid. Okay. Woohoo! Yeah. Explosions, baby. Right. And my carefully torn outfit is slightly more torn, which only makes it that much cooler.
All right. You get to hand off the turn now, so there is Absolute Zero or Legacy available.
Definitely nice to see you. So I'm going to go with Absolute Zero's turn. There was a big explosion. You can do something. Don't mad me. Stupid cold puns.
So I have modular realignment, which is whenever your personal zone changes.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean?
Basically when your health dips below yellow and again red. That's when that triggers.
Gotcha. Yeah, that'll work. I'm just gonna attack. I'm gonna use Freezer Burn.
Okay.
Attacking the ones in front of me.
All right.
Which I use cold. And I will... Actually, I won't be attacking the ones directly in front of me. There's the one that's gnawing on my face, or on my suit now. I'm going to be shooting the one that's trying to hinder me.
Okay.
With ranged combat.
Pew, pew, pew.
All right. So you back out and blast away with your ice beams.
Take a step back and shoot icicles.
Open the apertures in your gauntlet hands.
Yarp. So
goes pew pew.
Click on the basic action. Do I have a modifier currently?
You should have a -2.
Ugh.
Yeah. They rolled good on that, but not so much on the damage.
I gotta be like this, Brian. Force me to roll like you.
Hey, exactly like him. It's a 1.
Ow. Okay. Well, with the -2, it's a 1. So you were just doing damage?
How did that read?
Freezer burn.
It is.
And then you take cold damage equal to your minimum die.
Attack using cold. Take cold damage equal to your min die.
Which would also be a 1. You rolled a 3, a 3, and a 4 with -2 penalties.
So I take 1 cold.
All right.
Which means I am yellow.
Ah.
Nice. So you're taking damage from your own powers?
It's what I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically because
whole deal.
In order for him to blast cold, he's basically exposing himself to the warm air, which burns him.
Got it.
It's so emo.
Yes.
Right. So my personal zone just changed. So I can boost using cold.
All right. And so, again, I think just as this reaction, you just roll the cold die. Again, I'm not sure if you're supposed to roll the full thing or not on these reactions.
I say yes. What's the worst that could happen?
Well, I mean, it potentially throws off
balance.
The balance, yeah. Because if one of them is a D8 and you're only supposed to be rolling a D10.
Yeah, so I think maybe just roll that cold.
7.
7. All right, so a 7 did not quite hit the 8, but that is a +2 boost. So what kind of thing do you do with your ice to make that +2 boost there?
Is that a boost to whomever?
Yeah, it's just a general boost. I mean, it's kind of like a Fate where you just kind of put an aspect on the scene, but that anyone can take advantage of. Or, I mean, you can put it on a particular person, and then it just kind of is dependent upon what you do in the fiction, and then
I'm gonna throw it onto Legacy because I'm gonna shoot the icicle through the first robot terribly, and it's going to become a pedestal under a robot, putting it right at punching height for Legacy.
Okay.
So that's a +2?
Yes.
Okay.
Parsons, do the thing.
Well, so you and Rockstar are both in the yellow?
Yes.
I'm going to use a motivational charge and hopefully get you guys a few little health points back.
Yeah,
don't worry about
it. Motivational charge. No, I want to see him do it.
Well, I mean, I can try. So it says attack using leadership, but again, I have to apparently use all the dice because it says anyone in the yellow or red zone recover health equal to their min die. So I'm also going to use strength, and I've got a -2 penalty and a +2 bonus. So I'm going to roll those dice, and no mods, 0. So I get a 4.
All right.
So first of all, does that hit any one of these little stupid Omnitron spiders that shouldn't be here?
Spidertrons.
So you're doing a motivational charge. All nearby ally. Okay. Equal to your min die.
So that was a 3.
So you're just attacking one of those robots? Well, you do got a +2 bonus that he...
Well, but I had a -2 bonus because one of those things attacked me, so it ended up being 0. Yeah.
Well, so we'll see if it saves. That's if I tell it to roll. Well, it does not. So you just smoosh it on this ice pedestal.
Nice. And then you guys can, both Rockstar and Mr. Tasty Freeze can recover 3 hit points if you like.
Ooh.
Oh. I choose
My personal zone changed.
I mean, I suppose it did. All right.
What do you want from me?
He's just trying to help.
I did 1 damage to myself, which dropped me down.
Mm-hmm.
So gaining 3 means I'm going to go back up. I think this is going to be a common thing with the
absolute 0.
Absolutely.
I mean, fair enough.
I mean, at least it's not like the card game where unless you have like the right 3 things in play, you do nothing except for stare at everyone balefully.
Yep.
I mean, and this is an inherent thing, not a reaction thing. So he can just do it whenever. So I think, yes, at least for this power, we're definitely going to say you just get that 1 die.
So pieces of his armor fall off, but it glue them back together.
Aha! My armor's not falling apart right now.
So you generate a +3 bonus there.
All right, and that can just go to whoever happens to be going next.
Yeah, what are you doing with it? Like again, you typically create some kind of weird ice structure that helps in some way.
So I took that ice structure that I created, got destroyed during the motivational charge.
Mm-hmm.
And as it comes in, I'm just pulling all of the ice in underneath of everything, tripping it all up.
Ooh.
As I pull the cold back into me.
Okay, neat. So you do your weird absorption powers and suck the cold back in, or basically change the ambient heat around because he does weird stuff like that.
Right. Yep, that's what I do.
Question. In other games that we play, there are certain abilities or encounter powers that are only able to be used once.
Yes.
Does this game have that?
Well, I mean, reactions can only be used once per each of your turns.
Right, but I mean, once I've used motivational charge, I could use it again next time.
You can just keep spamming that move if you want.
All right. That works for me.
I actually like this because this is the first game I've ever played that actually feels like it's emulating real comic book storytelling without worrying about turn orders and back and forth. So you can't go now.
We'll see what happens when we get into a more complex fight.
But no, those are going to be bad and awful. But right now, I love it.
For now, I think I'm going to throw it back to Tachyon to see if she can wipe out the rest of the spiders swarming her, and then maybe Rockstar and Tachyon will move up and help us.
Well, she's only got 1 nearby.
Yeah, but as we just discussed, I can maybe do a hypersonic assault.
Heck
so, would it be cool if I basically just rush punched through the one that's nearby me, and then into the 2 that are closer to Legacy?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, we'll say that can happen.
Sweet. And I currently don't have anything bad on me, so I will just roll speed, finesse, and my status die.
All right.
Plus 3, did I give?
Yes. You also
Sure.
got a
Oh yeah, sweet.
the crazy plus 3 as they're all tripping up over ice, skittering about.
And that's until the end of his next turn?
Well, no, that's just
just a float.
whoever takes advantage of it next.
All right.
Oh wait, sorry, I didn't add the plus 3.
Well, that's all right. Oh, well, a little unfortunate on the roll, but with the plus 3, that will be a 5.
Cool.
And so we'll have each of these save. There's one. Oh, that one did. One of them did. Another one did. And that one did not. So one of them dies, is smooshed, and the other 2 become D4s.
Cool.
God darn it. I put you
you've grouped them together again, Brian.
Yes,
No, they're attacking her.
Right.
And then the power also, I'm actually attacking with my min die, but none of that would have affected anything because
I rolled 6, 6, and 1.
Exactly. But I hinder with my mid die, so I don't know if it requires a separate save or if you want to just use the ones you already rolled.
So one of those
hinder. So I mean that'd just be. So how are you hindering here?
Basically, I'm just as I'm like punching, I'm just showering them with like a series of like sparks and debris from all the other robots to mess up their circuitry a bit.
Interesting. You do that with the mid die, so with that 2.
Yes.
And so just a -1. All right.
Were one of those destroyed, Brian?
Oh yes, one of them were.
Okay.
I got a little happy putting D4s on the board.
It happens. It's a new game. We'll get used to it.
And so Tachyon went. Everyone else is available, including Spiderbots. Who is it going to be?
I will send it to Legacy since he's got the position.
Oh,
all right.
Okay. I don't have anything that attacks multiples at this point. So I'm just going to punch one of these guys.
All right.
Using my strength and my I'm gonna be again with the close combat.
And you don't even got the eye beams because that's your daughter.
I know, right? Oh, speaking of my daughter, I haven't checked in with her.
Oh no!
So yes, I will do close combat.
What's her code name now?
And my strength. She's not Legacy Junior. What is she?
Young Legacy.
Young Legacy. Yeah. And I've got
she's not Beacon in this variation.
No, that's in the tactics timeline.
Ooh, boo! 3.
I like Beacon better. It's a good name.
Yeah. So you get a 3. So only D4.
They're rolling 4. So
that'll just automatically takes them out.
Okay.
So one less.
One more. That's it. And then those 2 over there.
So you went. So you got Absolute Zero, Spiderbots, or Rockstar, who haven't gone yet.
All the Spiderbots are on me right now.
Spiderbots.
There's a weak one over here.
Spider time.
He's going to go next, Legacy.
Oh, let's get Rockstar into doing something besides standing around like all teenagers do, posing for their Insta chats.
So Rockstar is going to drop the hammer.
All right.
So I attack using strength and hinder that same target using my min die.
Ah, nice.
So strength is my thing. And then under qualities, I don't know if this is going to fall under close combat.
It sounds like very generally a close combat.
All right. So what's going to happen is this particular power looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
I take a running start, and with each step, I hit a piece of crystal that gets a little bit higher to the point where when I get to him, I'm actually jumping off him and kicking him in the face with Stonefoot. And that will also leave him, with a piece of crystal hindering him in his face.
So Rockstar's just Gem, right?
No. Actually, I'm not saying that I'm playing her a little bit like Tara Markov, but I'm not saying that I'm playing her a little bit like Tara Markov. She really does feel like kind of a punchy face character with special flavor.
Are you sure she's not Dazzler?
I'm sure she's not Dazzler.
She doesn't
Dazzler
have any sort
like,
of light
pew, pew,
powers.
pew.
Oh, okay.
So, which one are you going for here?
The four-sider.
All right.
So strength, close combat, and I'm in the yellow, so my yellow thing is 1d8.
Even after the health that you received back, you're still in the yellow? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You got hit by
really
10.
hard.
That's right.
I basically stood in the midst of an explosion that looked really awesome, but also hurt me.
So you basically, totally power drive that thing into nothingness.
Yes. It was really, really awesome, too. It was like, whoosh, it was kind of like a Sailor Moon attack, only sort of like a Sailor Ramon attack, I guess is what it would be. So, yeah.
So that leaves either Absolute Zero or the Spider Bots to go next.
They're swarming him, so I think he should probably go next, lest he be eaten.
I'm going to use my ice shield again.
All right.
Targeting myself.
Okay.
So I guess I'll swap that back over to cool under pressure.
All right.
Because
just
definitely
down.
Not ranged combat. Well, it could be creativity, but those
could be. Yeah. I think cool under pressure would be applicable.
Not particularly bantery.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
Quipping.
Snow joke.
I shouldn't actually have any mods on this one, right?
Nope.
Yay.
Ooh, that is 6 if you're using the medium die.
Not using the medium die.
Maximum is also 6.
I use my max die, so that'll be a 6 instead of a 6.
Yes.
But I boost the target of that defense using my min die, which is 5.
Okay. Well, it's basically a +2. Well, yeah, you get 6 defense and +2 to boost.
Nice.
So
that means I have 6 DR until my next turn, or?
Well, basically you just block 6 damage the next 6 that comes in.
Oh, even
6
better.
temporary hit points.
Awesome.
That's what it is.
And I will toss that onto the spider bots.
Okay.
They're the only option. Right?
Well, if you're boosting, you probably would want to boost an ally.
No, I have to boost myself. I have to boost the target. But that's the end of my turn.
Oh, so yes, they have to go next. So they're going to... well, one of them's going to kind of skitter away as it tries to maximize damage. And so one of them's going to attack you, Absolute Zero. Even though it doesn't seem advisable, and you take 1 damage with your 6 defense. And the other one tries to bite Rockstar. Smelling blood in the water, and Rockstar takes 4. Don't forget your invulnerability, which actually is better as you're lower.
Well, I think, in the yellow zone, you should be able to block 2 of those damage.
Yes.
That is correct. Ha-ha! So I only take 2 points of damage.
So question, and people who are listening, and I've edited out a lot of the little mechanical bits, but if you're wondering, we are using Roll20 to play this game. But Brian, is this a Sentinels RPG template, or did you create this all yourself?
No, I did not create this.
Okay.
This is definitely beyond what Brian would be willing to do.
I mean, it's a lot of work, and it works very, very well. I'm very impressed with it.
Yeah, so you can find the name on there, but I'm not there. But
okay, that's fine.
The person that did make this, good job.
Created by TEEKAY 1127. That you should go and find it. Teak is McGeekus. Oh, Teekus McGeekus. I get it.
All right. And so with that, we'll pass it back off. I think Absolute Zero's got a pretty neat boost, and I'm going to allow him to go to see what he does with it.
Awesome. So I still have 5 temp hit points then?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's just go ahead and kind of circle around the guy. I can't select my character.
Nope.
Oh,
circle around and back up towards the group as I throw ice at the... actually, throw ice at the one that's trying to beat on Rockstar.
Can you take out more than one?
Nope. I deal damage to 2 things, one of them being me. Which means I might be able to boost people, depending on how high my min die is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, which I've got a nice +2 boost. Yeah, let's do this. I'd have to actually hit myself for 7 in order to get that, but screw it. It doesn't make sense for me not to take damage right now. I'm absolute 0. Huh?
How did that happen?
Ooh, what +2? Okay. Well, anyways, your medium die is a 6. +2 is 8, and that's enough to totally skewer and destroy that.
And then I take damage equal to my min die, which is 3 so
plus
5.
2, 5, yes. Okay.
I don't have any more temporary hit points, Brian.
Is this cold?
You know what? I bet it flipped
is.
those around. Like when you have a negative and a negative, you turn to a positive. I bet it's taking a... Well, that still wouldn't make any sense unless it was
I bet it's
using
just
the min die.
confused because it's got 2 pluses in there.
Yeah. I mean, I think ++ is some kind of Boolean operator, but I don't remember what. Yeah. Anyways, so who are you tossing it to next?
What are my options right now?
Anyone that's not you?
Oh, yeah, because the spiders did have a chance to go.
They went
Okay,
last
see who
time,
they
so...
eat. On critical hit.
Yeah. No, I'll throw it to Tachyon.
Get in there, Tachyon. Sweep these things up.
Clear one out of her way so she can get a running charge on the next one.
Sweep the leg, Johnny. Sweep the leg.
Fair enough.
In a lightning fast blur of red, white, and blue, Tachyon will blitz forward at the last of the robots. And I'll just make a basic attack, methinks.
Right.
Using the same pool of speed. Actually, I'll make it speed, close combat, and my green die. That's the same exact pool, actually.
All right. 2.
Yeah. I'm rolling poorly.
It saves, so it just drops to a D4.
Okay.
So you do get a good hit on it.
Then I'll shout out, "Finish it, Rockstar!"
All right, I'm going to finish it.
All right. Yeah, basically if you attack it, it's dead.
Oh, really?
Yep.
If I attack it with
minions
anything?
work. Yeah. If you don't if you roll more than 0.
Ooh,
and since
this
you
sounds
don't
like fun.
have any penalties...
Wait, because then it just rolls a D4.
Yes, and so if it fails, then it drops. D4 is the lowest, so it's dead.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I am going to attack it using strength and, I don't know, hard rock lifestyle, and just basically punch it right in the face.
All right.
With a triumphant uppercut.
And you send bolts and debris flying as it shatters.
Kaboosh.
All right.
Explodes.
I can't believe Omnitron would have these creatures still running around.
Actually, I don't think they're an Omnitrons. They seem to be an amalgam of several forms of technology. I need, if only I still had my lab, to do some further analysis. But I don't think, I think it's someone else who's put these together.
This bears further investigation.
Well, I assume the lab was part of Freedom Tower.
Yes, which was also where Absolute Zero lived, so that brings an interesting question.
Yeah, where do you live now?
Perhaps the sewers. Maybe we should investigate where these things came from.
Indeed.
All right. I'm going to rip open the nearest sewer entrance.
As you rip open the nearest sewer entrance, or manhole cover, as they are known.
I'm not from the highfalutin city, man.
You don't You're from Rook City. Rook City suburbs.
Like a kid.
Rook City's a dump.
Yes.
Hey.
Well, she's from the suburbs. It's not the same.
If you say so.
I think she is. Like 3 or 4 Daybreak are from suburbs.
Yeah.
So well, one of them's actually from Rook City, head on, but headlong. Anyways, so yeah, as you start to rip open that, all of a sudden, you Freedom 5 members suddenly hear something over your ear comms. You get a urgent cry out, "This is a Argent Adept. Something's happening at Akash Flora. Robots are attacking. Someone needs to... And then it cuts off.
Oh, no.
Drat, the sewers will have to wait.
We'll have to go and help. Away!
Huh?
So, I grab Rockstar by her collar.
Hey!
And carry her.
Hey! Watch the leather.
So you guys rush off to Akash Flora, which is the giant tree that the former evil nature spirit Akash Buddha, who eventually became the hero Akash Treya, and Akash Treya. Okay, and then turned into a giant tree during the Oblivion fight, and to save everyone. As you get there, you see that there's a pretty nasty big assortment of robots. There seems to be a whole host of them just crawling up and down the side of the Akash Flora tree, seem to be cutting in and biting into it. There's several others just skittering and wandering around the area, kind of patrolling. You see that there's quite a few of them that have taken up some strategic positions and webbed themselves into some tough armor using their polymer synthetic webs. And there seems to be an exceptionally large spider robot who seems to be laying what seems to be eggs that hatch into even more robots that skitter off to either join those patrolling or those carving into the tree itself.
We can't let them destroy that tree. Are there other heroes around?
No, you don't see anyone.
Oh, man.
You don't see Argent Adept, who sent a distress call.
That's not good.
And so you find yourself facing a large horde and looking at a big tree here. Everyone seeing that?
Yep. So we've got some armored spiders. We've got some webbed human shields. Oh, no.
Yes. Also, in the trees and hanging from the branches and various nearby buildings, there seem to be humans that have been webbed up by the spider bots, providing obstruction and cover as they cut into the tree. And so if you do try to attack or hinder those robots carving into the tree, you're going to be hindered by those civilians getting in the way. They seem to be unconscious, but otherwise unharmed, but unconscious, but just webbed up in the trees. Yes?
Ryan, I forgot to do something at the end of last round. Is it too late to do it?
What was you wanting to do?
I have a power that when I eliminate a minion with an attack using close combat, I can recover health equal to my min die.
Sure, you can take advantage of that.
I totally did that at the end of last round, you guys.
So that was three points.
Yeah.
Was your min die?
Yep. So heal 3.
Cool. I heal 3.
Yep.
And I
So
think
what kind
I'm
of
back.
action would we need to take to rescue these webbed people?
I have this ability called Principle of the Hero. Overcome in a situation in which innocent people are in immediate danger. Use your max die. You and each of your allies gains a hero point.
Yes, you would need to do an overcome. That is the kind of thing that overcome would do here. And so, yes, if you do want to try to save people from the tree, you'd describe a fitting action to get them down and out and roll and see if you roll well enough to do so.
Okay.
So is that -2 going to apply to all of the spider bots?
No, just those ones that are cutting into the tree.
Which one are those? The armored snipers or?
Well, they're not an actual minion on the board. Okay. They are just another thing that, in order to try to hinder or get into their way, you'll have to be also using overcome actions.
Okay.
Got it.
Now, we didn't recover any hit points from in between times because we just flew off, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, is
this could be bad.
If someone's in bad condition, actually, RevoCorp does have some aid tents that if you want to sit out around, you do have the option of healing back up to full.
I'm not ready to do that yet.
It's basically that you have to do that before coming in.
Oh, okay.
So if you basically, you can do that before basically coming onto the scene if need be. I don't know if Rockstar is in bad enough condition where she wants to take that opportunity.
No.
I will go ahead and let Legacy take the lead here and let him go first.
All right. Well, first, since I'm carrying Rockstar, I'm going to fly over a big group of the armored spiders or armored snipers and say, you can take care of these, and drop her off. But then, because there's innocents over there on the tree, I have to use Principle of the Hero, overcome in a situation in which innocent people are in immediate danger. I use my max die. You and each of your allies gains a hero point.
All right.
So I need to fly in and try to grab as many of these cocooned humans as possible and carry them off to one of the medical tents.
Okay. What qualities and powers are you choosing to help you do that here?
Well, I'm going to use flight
All right.
for one, and then I'm going to have to use America's Finest as the other one. That's the one that makes the most sense.
Makes sense to me.
And I will go ahead and roll that, and I get a 3. And it says, let's see.
Well, you're
use your max die is what it says.
So you actually rolled a
5.
Yeah, it's a 5 for your max die. So you rolled a 2, a 3, and a 5. Mm-hmm. So 5's your max. So you get to use your max, and you and each hero get a hero point.
And where do our hero points go?
Basically, you can cash those in at the end of an issue in order to make
okay, there they are down at the bottom. So I'll just put a check mark into 1 hero point. So everybody gets 1 hero point.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we get to cash these in to buy a new issue?
Well, you get to cash those in to create floating bonuses for the next issue.
Okay, cool. All right.
And so since you ended up rolling a 5, what that means on an overcome action is that either you fail or you succeed with a minor twist.
I will succeed with a minor twist because I must save people.
All right. What kind of twist or opportunity? You can either I can choose something for you, or you can look at your principles there if you go back a page.
Well, it says your immediate need is to help someone else causes you to drop the ball in your personal life. What is it? I forgot to call my wife to see if she was okay after the Oblivion event, and I'm just suddenly realizing that now as I look at one of these people that I've rescued, and she reminds me of my wife, and I'm like, oh!
Okay. Let's see how I want to apply that.
The senator will not be happy with me.
I feel like there needs to be a bit more mechanical weight here. So basically, as you do that, and you quickly, between dropping off the civilians and checking in with your wife, the senator, you're going to be kind of separated from the rest of the group.
Okay.
As you're taking the civilians to safety. However, you do manage to collect a good number of them, and that does drop that penalty, protecting the harvesters by 1.
Okay.
So anyone that acts upon them will get -1.
All right.
And
so am I out of round? Is that what I am? Or what are you doing for the
we'll
twist?
Make you basically out of the scene for now.
Okay.
And we'll say what that means next round.
Okay. All right.
And but
I will pass it off then to Rockstar, who have just dumped onto the armored snipers.
All right.
That is true. All right. So armored snipers are here and they're sniping.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm going to snipe into them.
Yep.
So I have an ability here that says it is a reaction. When that reaction comes up, can I do it at any time during the scene, or does it have to be during my turn?
It can be any time during the round, and you get 1 reaction per round. Like, so after you act, then you get a new one. Or basically, once you start your turn, you get a new one.
All right. So I'm going to attack. And there's snipers. There's 6 snipers. I don't see.
Well, there's actually
a way to attack.
4 snipers.
Oh, there's 4 snipers, and they each have a number 6 on them.
Yeah,
which confuses me because numbers are hard.
A D6 sniper, yeah, and so yeah, they do seem to be scattered about in various positions, high up, webbed onto the sides of buildings, on the side of the tree, on the benches, light post, and with their tough webbing, they do get a bonus to trying to save against whatever damage they get.
All right.
As I give you a heads up there. So what you going to do to try to take out some of these snipers or one of these?
I'm going to drop the hammer.
Okay.
And I'm, again, going to punch them in the face with fists of rock. However, it looks like I can only do one, so I'm going to... He dropped me, right?
Yes.
Okay. You said there was one up in a web?
Well, they're all webbed up, kind of giving themselves cover and armor.
Okay. I'm going to come down on one.
All right.
Like a rock hammer.
Okay.
This sounds like a stone power to me. Because I'm using my rock hammer, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Rock hammer. But I'm not sure if that falls under... Actually, it looks like it's the same. I'm going to call it Hard Rock Lifestyle because I'm basically falling to my doom. But I'm going to crush this creature. This is my plan. To come down with full power in B flat major. And I don't have any negatives. I don't have a bonus, do I?
Nope.
Nope. No bonus, no negatives currently.
You could give me a bonus if you wanted.
I mean, I guess I could.
Just be like... cool goth skirt bonus. Okay. 5.
So you did just 5. What's this? Drop the hammer do?
Drop the hammer, attacks using strength, hinders the target using my min die, which at this point is a 2.
Ooh, that's
so
not good.
Why's that?
Because you're attacking with a 2.
No, I'm attacking using strength.
Oh, okay.
So I probably shouldn't have used stone.
Oh, probably not.
Strength is actually a different die. You want me to re-roll that?
Yeah, re-roll that.
Okay. I'm still going to go with Hard Rock Lifestyle. Hey, that's better. All right, so I hinder him with my min die, and I attack with my strength.
Okay, so you hinder with the min, you attack with the strength, you actually do enough damage that it can't... Well, actually, yes, it can, because the armor does give it a +2? Let's see, let me make sure. So, it's possible, but not likely. Armored spider bot snipers +2 to their save roll due to their superior position. So, they roll their d6, and they get a +2. They hit 6, which is not enough to beat. So, yes, you just completely smash that one. You don't get to hinder in any way, but hey, at least one of them's gone. And so that is your turn. Who are you going to hand it off to?
It by taking it out of existence.
Exactly. That's its hindrance.
Yes.
I'm going to hand it off to Absolute Zero.
All right.
Oh, boy.
There is also all the bad guys.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm still going to hand it... No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to hand it off to Absolute Zero.
All right.
Because we're coming in for the attack. So theoretically, we have the element of surprise on our side.
Can we hand it off to specific groups of bad guys in this instance, or it would still be all the bad guys?
No, yeah, groups of bad guys. Do you see the turn order, the initiative tracker there?
Gotcha. So harvesters, roaming bots, each of them have their own initiative.
Yeah.
I assume the mothership is the big spider thing?
Yep. That's the big spider thing that seems to be laying metal eggs that hordes of more spiders seem to be crawling out of.
Nightmares, people. You're going to have nightmares.
Metal eggs. That's my cover band, actually.
We don't have any boosts going into anything or hindrance or anything?
Nope, nothing as of yet.
All right.
Make some.
I might. I probably will.
It's kind of
depends
his
on
thing.
how I roll. How much damage I do to myself, really.
Mm-hmm.
because I'm going to kind of slide in, do the whole ice slide thing. Does he do the ice slide thing ever?
Sure.
Have you seen my super suit?
Yes.
Brian, do I need to be up by these snipers, or is that not necessary in this setup?
Not necessary, but I mean, it can help. I mean, yeah, this is a lot more abstract. This isn't supposed to be too representational at all. Nothing's to scale.
That's what I wondered.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna go after the big one.
Okay. All right. So the big one does work a bit differently. It is what's called a lieutenant instead of a minion. And so what happens here, and if this changes your idea, that's perfectly fine, but that D10 that it has for its die, if it saves, it has no change. It only drops a die if it fails. So you do have to hit it a lot more than the minions.
It's tougher.
I'm gonna start hitting it then.
Okay, but you do have to, yeah. It still has, yeah. It does have that D10 to try to beat whatever damage you deal it.
I mean, we're gonna have to try and deal with it anyways.
True.
I'm gonna distract the big one. You save the little ones, or you save. You guys save the rest. Use freezer burn, attack using cold, take cold damage. Blah blah blah. Should be the same ones. Ranged combat, cold. Got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, you did an 8. That's a pretty good roll.
It was a snow clone.
You going with that? Gives you the mid die, or does it do something else?
Attack using cold, take cold damage equal to my min die. So I'm gonna take 4 damage.
Do you heal yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I take 3 and I go into yellow.
Oh.
Now I'll heal from cold damage, and my personal zone changed, so I'm gonna boost as well.
Okay. Well, it's going to first save or see if it saves. It does not.
It does not. Wow, nice.
You do manage to do a pretty good spike into the giant robot as it drops from a D10 to a D8 lieutenant.
Aha.
Spike into the giant robot.
And these are just little tokens that you created.
Again, I actually pulled these from the PDF.
Okay.
The same ones there.
Okay, but you're just adding them in Roll20 as
yes.
tokens so people can see them, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've had some questions over in our Discord server where people are asking questions like, how are we using Fiasco in Roll20? And I'm sure there are going to be people saying, how are you using Sentinels of the Multiverse in Roll20? And so I just wanted to let people know how Brian's kind of working this in the background.
I mean, there's definitely aspects of this system that I feel like would be somewhat better on actual physical tabletop, using these minions as dice. You just, worll that minion and see. Yeah, but, yeah.
I mean, it works. It works really well.
Works.
You've done a good job here, Brian.
All right. So, yes, you're going to now make a boost.
It's a roll of a 7.
Okay, so a 7 is a +2. So what manner of boost is this?
I'm hoping that by attacking the lieutenant, it's going to draw attention to me. And so my compatriots will be able to do whatever it is they need to do with less of a hindrance.
So you're distracting them by making a lot of noise and pain.
Yeah, I'm going to make myself as big and obvious as possible.
Okay. So a lot of steam and ice, like spikes and stalagmites popping up. And... All right. And who you handing it off to?
I'm going to hand it off to the armored snipers.
Okay.
Oof.
I don't want them to be just completely overwhelming us at this point.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree.
Good call. Good call. Plus, hopefully they'll attack me.
Well, I think at least one will. So yes, as basically they start turning to you, and basically the one sees that you did totally smash one of its comrades, and so it turns and fires a laser bolt at you.
Is that a close range attack?
Well, it's a ranged attack.
But is it a close range attack?
Probably not. They're scattered around in various positions high up.
And now I'm mad.
Take 2 damage.
I don't want to. I'm mad now.
Well, I think you do actually just block it.
Yeah, because you're in the yellow zone, so you block 2 damage.
Yep, I just soak that.
Yep. And I think the other two are actually going to fire towards Absolute Zero, seeing as how it's doing some nasty damage to the mommy bot over there.
That makes sense. How does the green zone versus the yellow zone work?
What do you mean?
On the start and end tracks, like, is there something on there tracking them, or?
There's nothing yet. It starts out in the green zone. You're in this green zone now. So none of the things have been ticked off. It'll tick off every round, and as it gets down, then basically, you go with whichever is lowest of either your health or the scene.
Okay.
And
okay.
And that does also grant you the additional
unlock
abilities.
Your powers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Neat.
So, as the going gets tough, generally the heroes get going.
We stick around and we save the day.
Yes. Well, Rockstar actually, interestingly, has kind of a reverse in her status, is that her status die gets lower as it gets worse.
Okay.
These young whippersnappers don't have the wherewithal.
Just don't have the gumption to keep it going.
Did you just say gumption? How old are you?
Well, at this point in the storyline, Paul Parsons is considering retiring from superheroing.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he is the son of a World War II vet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's pretty old.
Oh, you're one of those super boomers.
Yeah.
That's been around about as long as the Wraith has, but the Wraith is still, in their 30s?
Yeah,
but
she's got really weird stuff going on. But Pauline, though, has got to be in her 20s or 30s right now, so...
Yes, exactly.
It's.
I mean, my character is middle aged too. So
yeah. We are the old guard. Yep.
Sorry. And I'm the wave of the future.
Oh man, it's going to get grim and dark and gritty.
Ugh. How disappointing.
Oh, boo.
So the other two snipers, as they blast at Absolute Zero, making a scene over there, end up rolling average 1 and a 6. So 7 damage to you.
Is that typed in any way, shape, or form?
Laser damage.
That's the best type.
I mean,
yeah.
If I take cold damage, I heal.
Damage or
Yeah.
I don't think that's.
It doesn't seem to be quite so tightly grouped damage types as the card game does. But they're blasting with lasers, so not cold.
Boo. All right. Well, I didn't swap over to the red zone yet, so we good.
Swap.
Oh man, that sounds scary.
Yeah, he's getting down there, but then again, he's kind of like
he
that.
brings it on himself.
He does.
Yep.
And I think with that, the snipers will actually hand it over to the mothership.
Uh-oh.
And basically what's going to happen there is she's just going to spawn more spiders.
No.
A few of them go to basically join the roaming patrols gathering around, while mass hordes of them go to the tree to join the harvesters there. As that just keeps getting nasty and nastier. So we're going to get quite a few more roaming.
Oh! Wow.
There are now 8 roaming spiders bots.
Yes. Rockstar's marked. So we have Tachyon, harvesters, roaming bots, and the environment left to go. I think the robots are going to take their opportunity here to continue their onslaught. The harvesters are going to harvest, and basically as they eat into the tree, that's going to mark off space on the scene tracker.
No!
As conditions get scarier, as they're starting to get away through that thick bark. But it's still in the green zone for now. And the roaming bots are going to go. And basically they're going to group up on each of the heroes. And they're going to be practicing similar tactics as they did before. So first the pod on absolute 0. First one's going to lay some cover fire as one comes in to snap at mandibles. Only get a 2, so only providing a +1 at the one that's going to attack. One of them's going to sling some web, try to hinder you. Ooh, and get a 7, so you got a -2 to your next action.
That's fine.
And the last one comes in to bite with a bonus, so 4 damage.
Woo! Guess what?
You're out.
You're red.
No. I am red.
Oh, and
which means it's boost time.
Okay. And you can use any number of boosts on attacks. They're on actions.
So this is hindered, right?
Yeah. Well, what's that?
Well, you hindered me on my next.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I suppose so.
And I'm assuming I'm not able to. Well, I would be able to use my own boost. But
also,
I probably shouldn't use my own boost. Because it doesn't make sense. Because I'm doing exactly what I wanted them to do. I don't know. Rob is slightly confused.
I mean, if you can justify it, I'd allow it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna leave it for someone else.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this one to whoever wants it as well. So it's a total of 5.
All right. So that is a +2 boost. What kind of boost is this?
Not sure. I'm basically fast flashing between hot and cold, making the robots the metal adjust to that.
Also, maybe throwing off their sensors.
Hopefully.
Yes. Okay.
Making them brittle.
I'll allow that. So you got a +3 boost of distracting and a +2 boost of.
Was it a +3 boost?
Was it not?
But I had to get to an 8 to get a +3.
Oh, you'd have to get to an 8. So 2 +2s?
Yep. There's a pair of +2s floating around.
Okay. All right. Next pod of 3 is going to be going towards Rockstar. So again, one's going to be laying some cover fire to allow one to slip in and bite. Ooh, and do a pretty good job. And so it's going to get a +2 to bite you. One of them's going to sling web to try to hinder you up. And get a boost because they're good at webbing, but kind of roll crappy, and you only get a -1 to your next action. And the last one going to come in and bite with a +2, doing 8 damage.
Ooh, so that would trigger a thing.
Would it?
I was attacked at close range, right?
Yeah. You got a
So
reaction?
yeah, when I'm attacked at close range, a thing happens.
All right.
Oh boy.
Ooh, crap. I attack all nearby enemies.
Wow.
Okay.
So that's like 6 of
by rolling a single stone die.
Well, I'd say the snipers aren't close by.
Oh, okay.
They're scattered around in high positions.
Can't there be one?
I will let them get those 3 in that pod.
Okay. I get
You
to
also
roll
have
a single.
floating +2s running around that you could potentially use.
That's true.
Could I use one of those?
You could use one or both.
I could use. Oh, boy! If I'm attacking 3 at a time, do I want to be greedy and use both?
I think you can afford to be greedy right now.
Okay. So you said that they were from what and the who?
One of them is from them being distracted by me just throwing heat and cold everywhere. The other is throwing off their sensors and futzing with the metal by throwing heat and cold everywhere.
Cool. So yeah, they're hot and they're cold. They're yes and they're no. They're up and they're down. They're a Katy Perry song that I would never cover because it's not my genre. However, because of all of these distractions, one of them bit me. So now I can respond by crossing my arms and just flinging stones in all directions.
All right.
Just huge hunks of crystal right into their faces.
Okay, give me a roll of stone.
16!
Wow.
16, Brian.
Okay.
It'll only be a 15 because you are at a -1 on your next roll.
That's
I don't care.
true.
It's a 16.
I think he wiped them all out, Brian.
He did. Just completely skewer and explode that whole pod of spider bots.
Man, if only you could have rolled that against the mothership.
Right?
Which leaves a few more who managed to find Tachyon while roaming around on their patrol.
Oh no! Did they
And
get close enough that my reaction can trigger?
One of them will, but first one of them's going to try to web you up and do pretty good, and so you got a -2 on you.
That's annoying.
And one of them's going to come in for a close range bite with its diamond mandibles.
All right. Well, then I will attempt to use a nimble strike. So when a cute target moves near me, I can attack by rolling my speed die. And so are we deciding that I just roll the speed die, or do I roll anything else?
I think just the speed die.
Okay. And I've got a 7.
Okay, well, that'll just completely... Well, actually, they would have... You have -1, right?
Oh, yeah, because they just webbed me.
If they roll a 6, which it did not, then, yeah, you totally smashed that one that came in to bite.
Yeah, stay away from me! Pat, pat.
All right. So, all right, and with that, their turn is done. I think they're gonna toss it over to Dr. Meredith Stinson.
Cool.
She a
then
friend of D.A. Cecile Horton?
Haha, she definitely is. Good buddies. So I am going to basically look at the scraps of the one that I just punched and look at the mothership and do some quick mathematical analysis to try to figure out what I can learn from the little ones about the big one as an attempt to hinder possibly the mothership.
All right, go ahead and give me a hinder roll.
Yeah, I'll be using quick insight.
All right.
And now I no longer have that penalty because I took it on my reaction.
Yes.
Great.
That's how I'm ruling it. And you got a 1 and a 2 and a 5.
Blech. So bad.
Sadness. And you were doing a quick insight?
Yeah, so I use my max die, actually, because it's quick insight, to hinder.
That's a 5.
So, yeah, so 5 to hinder, so that's a -2. So I will go ahead and mention that the spider bot the mothership, I should say, didn't actually roll anything on its turn. So, how are you wanting to utilize this hinder?
Basically, I'm going to try to figure out, there's clearly some kind of connection between these little bots that it's spawning and it. So possibly by doing some analysis of it, figure out, again, weak points that I can exploit.
Okay. So just locating some weak points there.
Yeah, exactly. Or, I mean, that might be, again, a better boost in this regard for Absolute Zero, who's kind of trying to tank it. So if I can give him some advice on where to target his freeze rays, I'll do that.
Can you use Quick Insight as a boost?
Yeah, explicitly.
Okay. All right, then yes.
It can either, let me double check, boost or hinder.
Boost or hinder. Okay.
Yep.
Then yes. Sounds good to me.
I'll give him a boost based on my findings.
Yay.
And that'd be generally it for your turn?
Yes, correct. And I will pass the buck to so roaming's everyone, all the baddies have gone already?
The baddies have gone, but the environment has not.
All right. Then environment.
So the environment will tick down further as the tree seems to be not doing so well with these fairly grievous wounds that seem to be being inflicted by the mass hordes of robots.
No.
So things can escalate pretty quickly. You do not want the scene tracker to completely max out. That's a bad end for this combat.
Does that mean that our environment status has switched to yellow?
It is. So on your next, you might want to make sure to click the box there next to the Y, which seems to be to the left of it. It's kind of weirdly formatted where to have the colon, but...
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
If your health is green, you're going to be using the yellow die.
Question on one of my things.
Yep.
On my red stuff, I've got take one for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a reaction? Because it's tagged as action on my character sheet.
I believe that should be a reaction. Let's go to
tagged as a reaction in the actual PDF.
Okay, then yep, that's the thing. And so with that, the environment will then end the round and toss the turn back. And,
to the bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still doesn't seem
So
to be...
what happens if you go into the red and the environment is yellow?
If you go into the red, you're using the red die.
Okay. Even though the environment is yellow?
Yep. You use basically the lowest.
Okay.
And the environment's going to toss it back to the mothership, because it's evil like that.
Evil.
And so the mothership will spawn more roaming robots and send others to the tree.
No, stop it.
So when we all die, do we roll up new characters? Or...
Guess we'll find out. The fight's not over yet.
Yes.
Brian did throw, twice as many characters in there as we needed?
Probably. Since we're supposed to be playing 5.
No, it's...
There's 11 of them in there, so we've got almost 2 replacements a person.
Oh, that's true. Those characters.
Oh, yes. You're talking about characters. I thought you were talking about the monsters.
Yes.
No, I'm worried about the monsters.
And, man, this seems like... I think I'll actually toss it over to Legacy. So you can fly back in and try to help out while things seem grim.
Oh, man. Part of me wants to go and rescue some more humans from that tree. But part of me also wants to let you guys know that you're doing good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and galvanize you guys and just yell out as I'm flying over, "You're doing great! Keep it up! You can take it down!" And so I'm going to boost using leadership, which I guess, again, is only going to roll the 1 die.
No, I think if you're actually doing this as your action.
Oh, okay.
You still, you actually make
okay,
the
so
full.
you do the whole thing. Okay,
Yeah.
So I will do leadership, and of course I'm flying over, and we will go ahead and roll that with no modifier. I get an 8. So, the way this reads is, apply that bonus to all attacks and overcomes by allies until the start of my next turn.
Woo!
Twice.
So what's the bonus?
8.
Seriously?
this,
we get plus 8?
Boost using leadership. Apply that bonus. So an 8, no, it's not 8. 8 is a what? A 2 plus 3? Plus 3, sorry.
Yeah, okay,
plus 3,
I was
sorry.
That's still amazing.
Yeah, so you get a plus 3 to all attacks and overcomes until the start of my next turn.
Till the start
Still
of your
not
next
complaining
turn.
about a plus 3.
Would have been nice if it was an 8, because we could have just finished
killed
up this
everything in
fight
sight?
pretty quickly.
All right, so who you going to toss it off to?
Me.
I think I'm going to toss it back to Rob's character so that he can use this bonus to just trash this monster.
I can actually hit multiple things right now as well.
Awesome.
Nice.
Just don't die.
Oh, I plan on hitting myself as one of those things.
Oh, boy.
Amazing.
With cold damage.
Okay, that's fine. That'll heal you.
Yep, since we're in yellow, I will always be taking cold damage as healing.
Awesome.
Yep. So, yeah. I'm going to go with Thermal Shockwave. Attack 3 targets using cold, one of which must be me. I apply each die to one of the 3 targets.
All right.
So, that's cold, clearly. And we're still going to go with ranged combat.
Okay.
If that all works.
Sounds
and
good to
they
me.
should use a D10 for the last one. So it should be D12, D10, D10. And we've got a +3 going into this?
Mm-hmm.
Skaboom!
Wow. There you go. Skadoosh.
Wow. All right, so 11 and 10 and a 1.
Oh, I should have specified I was going to go for the D4 as my third target on top of the mothership.
Okay. So
my bad.
That's all right. So what's going where?
So I'll go with the I can only ever do 1 die of damage, right? To the lieutenant?
True. You can only step it down once.
Okay. And she's physically incapable of beating either of my mid or high rolls.
True.
So I'm going to throw the mid roll at her.
Okay.
I'm going to throw the lowest roll at the D4. Because that'll be a total of a 4.
All right.
And then I'm going to throw the highest one at myself for 14 healing.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, and that. Well, I don't even know why I bothered rolling.
Yeah.
Any damage? Okay.
Yeah, the little one died. Good job.
That's why I asked you, or that's why I asked Steven to send it to me next, because I more than doubled my HP with that.
Yeah. Good job, hero.
So that's going to change my personal zone twice.
Okay.
Do I get to roll it twice?
I'm going to say no in this case.
That's fair.
Now, is that a power that you have?
Yes, it's an inherent power that he has.
So it's not like related to his zones.
Well,
it's related to my zones. It's in my green zone, but it's an inherent power of when my personal zone changes, I get a boost using my cold, which is my best die.
Because I have a thing that says when you change personal zones in my green. Can I only use that when I'm green?
No, because once you go into yellow, you can use green and yellow, and once you go into red, you can use all 3.
And everyone can use yellow because the scene is in yellow right now.
Oh, I've only been using the numbers that
You always have access to your highest. As things get worse, we get access to more abilities.
Yes.
That won't kill anything. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just one of those things where I thought I had to use the yeller ones.
No.
Only while we were yeller.
Nope.
Never mind. I'm awesome.
Right. Is that +3 that Steven gave us to everything, or just the next thing?
It is to
all attacks
and overcomes.
Okay, this is neither of those.
Until the start of his next turn.
Which is going to be a while.
Someone going to delay for last?
So that'll be a 5. So that'll be a +2 floating bonus as the wave of cold that I just send out freezes some spiders in place.
Okay.
So there's now a +2 on. So now
yes.
So there's a floating +2 for someone
and then,
to use.
and then a
+5.
+5.
A one-time +2. And
if there's somebody who is so fast that could beat up a whole bunch of creatures at the same time.
If only.
My best friend, the doctor?
Yes.
Who's next?
Wait, aren't you two in story? Aren't you two like romantic or not?
No.
I've got a wife.
Tachyon
oh, that's right. Okay, that's right.
To a supermodel.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, they're really good friends because they're forced to spend a lot of time together.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
super science.
Yeah.
When I live in her lab and she spends, 90% of her time in her lab.
Mm-hmm. And he also refused to leave a lab for quite a while.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is very clicky game. Very, very clicky game. Everybody's like, oh, we're close personal friends. Oh, we're the oldest superhero in the world. You're just
I'm not the oldest superhero in the world.
Yeah, that's like your dad.
Yeah, Golden Age legacy, who just recently died.
Well, not recently. Baron Blade killed him some time ago.
Do you have to bring up bad memories right in the middle of a fight?
We could be in the timeline where your daughter's dead.
That's true. Too.
Iron Legacy.
Yeah, but we would not be on his side in that.
No,
you would definitely not.
I would have wiped you all out.
I might have been. I'm just saying.
All right. So, is there a way to heal the environment?
You can try.
Okay.
Actually,
I'm probably going to take the bonus to attack a bunch of things, but I was thinking of possibly so I have like a stabilization device, which allows me to recover health, but I was hoping to maybe basically help to recover health on the tree. I don't know if there's
I think we'd have to take out the harvesters, I think.
Okay, yeah, but the harvesters are...
I would allow that as an overcome action if you succeed to roll back a tick on the scene.
Ooh.
Cool. I'll try it. So,
do we want to do that yet, though?
Yeah, that's fair. I probably want to take out some harvesters. So, how do I attack the harvesters? Is that also an overcome action?
Yeah, it'd also be an overcome. They're not actually a minion or anything with hit points, so it's an overcome action to try to deal with those. There is still some cocoon-like humans webbed up around the tree, so trying to rush between them is going to be a bit of a hindrance without knocking them around. I'm going to
try to deal with the humans to enable the saving the harvesters. So she will. That's also a overcome action, I assume.
Yes, it is.
Got it.
I was going to suggest, do we want to try and use your whole hit a bunch of things to take out?
I was going to say.
There's a bunch of things.
Spider box.
Yeah.
While you've got a potential +5 on your attack.
Yeah, that's legit. All right, then I'm going to use. So we can use yellow right now because of the environment.
Yep, yes. Yellow and green.
All right, so I'm going to use light speed barrage, which is attack using close combat. Use your max die, and if you roll doubles, use your max plus min instead.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh wait, actually no, that's not against multiple targets. I'll use Sonic Vortex, which is against multiple targets.
Okay.
So that's attack using speed and using your max dice against one target, which is going to be I'll attack the mothership and then run around and attack all her minions. And your mid die against the rest.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, so you're going to attack everybody.
That one doesn't explicitly say that I can attack everyone the way that the other thing does, but how about I just have it attack her and then the harvesters, or not the harvesters, the
roaming bots.
The roaming bots, since they're all around her.
I will, I'll say that's fair.
Since it's the multiple targets. Cool. And so she runs around so loud that you can she'll do a bunch of punches and then you won't hear it until after she's actually stopped moving. All right, so that's going to be speed.
It's kind of like when you see in the martial arts when someone swings their sword around, wow, 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 and then stops, and then all of a sudden everyone's heads falls off.
Yeah. Exactly like that.
It's like a series of small sonic booms.
So speed, we'll use finesse on that, and I'll roll. And sorry, I've got a plus. How much is floating around?
5
right
if
now?
you want it.
Well, there's a static.
Auto get a +3.
Yep. And there's a floating +2 that Absolute Zero made.
Cool. I'll take the +3 and maybe leave the +2 to someone else. Or no, I'll take the plus. I'll take it all.
Yeah, just take it all.
5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're trying to hit as many things as possible. Do it.
Yep.
Hit them as hard as you can.
Well, sweet.
Nope, you did that.
The weird thing.
You did the plus
thing. So you got an 11.
Thing. Okay.
Oh, because you put the plus in
the...
Okay, I see what's happening. So, using the mid die?
I'll double check that, but I believe that's correct. Yep. So it's max die against one target and mid die against the rest. So it's going to be that 10 against the mothership and the and the 6 against all the minions.
So 15
and 11.
And 11.
Yeah,
so 15 to the
good.
mothership, yes. So it can't save, so it drops down.
Sweet.
And the rest can't save either, so we'll say you just obliterate a good number. Man, I should have had them go.
That's awesome.
That'll learn you, Brian.
I guess. All
Teach
right.
you to spider some bots.
And I will pass it to the snipers.
Okay. All right. The snipers are going to take an opportunity as I think they're going to snipe at Absolute Zero and Rockstar and Legacy as he's swooping in. We're going to have the 3 remaining snipers fire at first Legacy. So 3 damage to you.
Okay, and now I'm in the yellow, even though I was already in the yellow. But
yeah. And Rockstar.
Oh, and I absorb 2 of those, so I only take 1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't really take anything. And, man, with all that damage, I kind of feel like maybe I should do Tachyon instead.
That's fair.
Yeah, so Tachyon for the last one. Ooh, 6.
Ouch.
So you get a good, solid peg as it apparently leads you pretty good.
And so it's 6 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
It's mad at you.
Apparently.
So did you attack not Rob?
Not Rob. And so snipers have went.
I am now in the yellow.
Who will
I
hand
actually
it
am
off
still not in the yellow, surprisingly.
to the harvesters.
That's not surprising. You're super tough.
Yeah, that's true. No, not the harvesters.
Yep.
Legacy's going to have to go in there and take care of those harvesters.
Actually, nah. The sniper bot will hand it off to Rockstar, who hasn't gone, right?
Mm-hmm. Has
Right.
not gone.
Do
I have a
that.
question.
Yes?
This thing says, overcome a situation where someone else has given you a bonus from a boost.
Which I have.
Mhm.
You have. So I have a boost.
You do,
Yes.
a +3.
So I could attempt to overcome the harvesters
Mhm.
with a +3
Correct.
using my max die. I'm going to do that. The
Sounds like
harvesters are trying to eat the tree, right?
Well, they're
Yep.
trying to harvest something from the tree.
They're trying to eat the tree.
Mhm.
Let's see how they like a mouthful of crystal.
Don't forget, you still have to roll a -1 on this.
I can do that.
Okay.
Mouthful of
It's-
crystal.
Max die +2 then?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So I'm just rolling my max die +2
Well, you still have to roll everything, but then whatever your max is.
is my max. Got it.
Plus
okay.
2.
That's what I wanted to make sure of. So this is clearly let me make sure. Doodly-doodly-doo. We're overcoming a thing with
Mhm.
principle of ambition. So it's a stone attack.
All right.
And it's a creativity attack.
So-
And I'm like in the yellow, so I'm technically red.
No,
I
you're
don't
yellow.
know. Am I yellow? Okay. My brain hurts.
That's fair.
So you're rolling the D8 for your status instead of the D6.
Correct. And then a +2. Nice.
Okay, so that's a full success, no twist or anything. So you managed to basically slide in there, and that wasn't even it was the max effectively, because rolled 776.
Yep.
So pretty nice. And you managed to skewer and destroy a whole swath of bots, which slows them down.
Good.
And then you can hand it off to either those harvesters or the environment.
Well, not yet, because I and all of my allies just got a hero point.
Fair enough. All right, everyone mark a hero point.
Yay.
Sweet.
I'm going to get that chromium cover yet.
Yeah. I'm going for a Tyvek myself, and I'm going to hand it off to, you said harvesters or environment?
Yep.
I want to go environment first.
All right. Well, the environment ticks down as the existing damage hurts the tree. Then the harvesters go, but since you managed to disrupt their harvesting, they do not tick it further.
Haha.
However, as they then go, they pass it back to the mothership, who continues to spawn more robots.
No.
Who kind of replace the ones who you've already...
That is and this is only a lieutenant. We haven't fought the big boss yet.
Nope. And so...
We've been doing pretty good against the lieutenant, though.
And
Yeah,
it
that's
spawns
true.
a few more roaming around as well.
But not as many this time.
Nope.
Stupid bots. Bots are
And-
stupid.
Punched it right in its venom, in its egg sac.
Let's see. So, mothership went. So, mothership's going to hand it off to the roaming bots before they're terribly destroyed and can't do much of anything.
Bring it.
Yes, one of them will
Terribly
go chomp on absolute zero.
Yes.
One of them will try to chomp on Rockstar as it wanders over to her. All right, and so first absolute zero, take 3, and Rockstar take 2.
Or soak 2.
Yep, pretty much. They're not doing a good job of damaging. So roaming bots went.
Take 3. It should actually change my personal. Yep, it does.
Okay.
Boost. I don't have any boost to this boost, do I?
You know, guys, yes, you do. It's not the end of it's not the start of my next turn, so you guys still have a +3 out there.
Well, that's only 2 attacks and overcomes, not boost
okay.
hinder or...
But just keep in mind, you guys still have a +3 floating out there until it's my turn.
So just a +1. A floating +1. Harvesters. Oh, yep. Actually, the roaming bots will hand it off to the snipers. One of them will try to blast the legacy.
Snipe.
Oh, and roll a 6.
That's a miss.
Is it? No. 6 damage to legacy.
All right, now I'm officially in my own yellow.
Another one will blast at Tachyon, since it got such a good hit last time.
Grr.
Oh,
hey.
1. And one more will shoot at Rockstar. 6.
Now, if I'm yellow and the world is yellow, that means that I can treat it as red.
Nope. It's all just yellow.
Nope. You know how the song goes, it's all yellow.
I thought if you had the yellow and the other yellow that I could treat it like I was in the red zone.
And they will hand it back to the harvesters, who will go ahead and chop away
I am
at
in the red zone.
Since their numbers have been reinvigorated by the mothership.
No. So what do we have to do to defeat the harvesters? Because whoever had a good overcome on that one attack against them.
Well, he did prevent them from damaging it further that round.
Hey, if I just went red,
we basically just have to make
power
overcome rolls on them, so come up with creative solutions.
Okay.
And the harvester will hand it off to Legacy.
No. I shouldn't have
come up with a creative solution.
Well, I mean, I still have... I can still overcome that situation in which innocent people are in immediate danger.
Yes.
And I could try to use those I could overcome the harvesters, not necessarily the human shields.
You could.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, right? This time I'm going to try to, because the humans would be in danger of being around the harvesters, right? So can I overcome the harvesters, or do I still have to save the humans?
So I think you can overcome no matter what. It's just you only get the hero point if you're dealing with one of your triggers.
And the max die.
Yeah. I mean, if I have to go against the humans, I can go and save more humans.
Mm-hmm. What's your other principle?
My other principle of the mentor: overcome a challenge that someone else younger already tried and failed. Use your max die. You and each of your allies gain a hero point.
No, unfortunately, all your allies seem to be doing pretty well.
Yep.
I mean, very much thanks to you, though. I mean, let's see. Overcome a situation where innocent people are in immediate danger. I mean, I would say rescuing the guys would prevent them from immediate danger, but otherwise the harvesters seem to be very focused on the tree and not so much on further bothering the people.
All right, because I don't have any more overcomes. Those are my only 2. So I can either galvanize everybody again, or I can attack.
Well, overcome's also just a basic action.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that too.
So you could use your mid die and not your max.
Okay, I'll just do that. I will, I'll just attempt an overcome, and I'm going to try to overcome these harvesters with my strength, and to show everyone else, I guess, that, that it's sometimes okay to avoid the big boss, so that you can save an old foe turned hero turned protector, I will use leadership as well, if that's okay.
Sounds good to me.
All right, then I will use my basic action roll there with no modifier for me, and I get a 7.
Well, that would be either a failure or a success with a twist.
I'll do a success with a twist.
All right. Do you have something in mind for a minor twist?
Oh, man. This time, I think I'm getting a little winded. Would that be a minor twist? For some reason, I'm feeling winded.
Well, I could say that. We can have you get hindered with the max plus min die.
Okay.
All right. Which
so that would be in this
13,
case, it would be a 13.
Which would be
a -3?
-4.
Oof, okay.
Ouch.
All right, that's fine. I can deal with that. And that's for 1 round?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Who are you handing it off to?
At this point, I think Absolute Zero needs to finish off the mothership.
I can do that.
All right, please do. So did I do anything? I mean, I had a success, so I
yes.
saved some humans.
Yeah, you basically managed to clear away the majority of the webbed up humans.
Okay.
And fly them to safety.
I will use freeze or burn to drive a spike into the mothership. That'll be with ranged combat, if that's all right.
Sounds good.
Do I have any modifiers currently?
Just yours.
Yeah, I think no one's used that floating bonus, have they?
Yeah, it's just a +1.
Oh, okay. I'll take it. So my roll, that'll be a 9 to hit via mothership. And then I take cold damage equal to my min die, so it'll be 2, which heals me for 2, which puts me back into the green. So I'll boost again.
Okay.
Wow.
I really like this character.
You would, right?
You would.
I mean, you really would. This is such a Rob.
Deck.
This is a Rob character.
RPG form.
Yeah.
Boop.
Very nice, Brian.
Yike.
So
You're an
the
evil
floating
man,
bonus is at least +3.
Probably +4, right?
No, +3.
Yeah.
He has to hit the 12.
12, yeah.
Which I'm capable of.
Oh man, I could use that +3.
But it was just your turn. So
I know.
I will throw it to... do we still need to...
Still have to get some roaming spiders. There's 2 of them left, and then 3 of the snipers.
Yeah, do we still have to deal with the minions once the bot or the lieutenant is down?
Yeah, for some reason they still seem to be pretty active.
So right now our goal then is to just finish off all the bots.
They're also
and protect the tree.
And protect the tree.
Are there
hasn't
still
been any
harvesters on the tree?
sign of anyone who called for help.
Oh yeah.
Well, when
Maybe
I took
he's
those
in one of the
people to safety,
cocoons.
did I open up any of the cocoons to see if anybody was inside?
Sure, you could manage to look through, and you're not seeing your old colleague Anthony Drake amongst any of those cocooned individuals.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
No, the silver superconductor. That's his real name.
Something like that.
So who are you handing it off to, Rob?
I will toss it to Rockstar to see if she can finish off some more of them snipers.
Snipe. Or is it
I think there's only
possible
3 snipers and 1 spider bot next to you, or 1?
when we have that harvesters thing going on?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how hard is it to de-harvest the harvesters?
I mean, like, what are they harvesting?
Well, I mean, how do we make them stop? When we're fighting the creatures, we knock the stuffing out of them. But I mean, if I were to do
You make
something,
a overcome roll creatively.
so if I were to make an overcome roll, could I make the harvesters stop harvesting?
Potentially.
See, that's a good question. I think I'd like to try that, actually, because I am still over here. The last thing I did was try to overcome them with the principle of ambition. But I do have another principle that I'm totally into, and that is strength. And what we like to refer to as the swift and blinding violence. So I think I might like to try and overcome the harvesters using brute force.
Okay.
Just like with a face. So would that be a strength roll?
I think it could be.
And like a close combat roll?
Sure.
Okay. Do I have a bonus? I can have a bonus.
Rob had that +1 unless he used it.
I used the +1 and I created a +3.
Oh, so you got a +3 then.
Can I use the +3 against the harvesters? Does this seem like a
that's what
team
it's
overcome?
for.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
yeah.
Kablamicus?
Nice.
So you rolled a 9.
And that's
9.
But that's using your which die, Matthew?
So
that's
or were you just doing a basic action?
Oh.
You weren't using one of your abilities.
That is actually an ability. It's an action, principle of strength. So I'm overcoming using brute force. Use your max die.
Oh, so actually a 13.
You and each of your allies gain a hero point.
Nice.
Hooray!
Yay!
All right. I say you smash it. Basically, just completely smash into those harvesters that are so single-mindedly devouring the tree that you're able to just smash them with abandon and basically take out the large swaths to prevent too much further damage to the tree.
Yeah, and I do it looking awesome.
Got your popped collar and your studded bracelet.
What year is it in your head?
So if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Paul Parsons age slower than everyone else? So like he's 75, but he looks like he's 32.
Yeah, well, he
Sounds
thinks
right.
like he's 106.
Isn't
I
that right?
think
You whippersnapper.
canonically, no.
Oh, okay. I thought it said he aged slower than.
Maybe. I mean, they
With
may
your
have backwards justified it that way, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's just supposed to be a weird case of comic book aging.
Okay. All right.
I mean, also why the Wraith is still, 30s?
Yeah.
With your
Despite
leg
being
warmers
around
and
as
your
long as
flash
Legacy.
sweatshirt.
As, not world's greatest legacy, but world's finest legacy.
You're confusing me, and I'm the comic nerd in the room.
Seriously,
okay?
if people have never listened to the Letters Page and they've played Sentinels of the Multiverse, the Letters Page podcast is where the creators sit down and they tell you the history of all of these characters.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was around, the Wraith, for the birth of Pauline.
Right.
That's
But
bizarre.
it says the race is in her mid to late 20s.
She's using the Lazarus pits. It's cool. It's cool.
Maybe.
Some messed up.
That's mostly
yeah.
Mr. Fixer and the operative, but
Oh, man, I wish Mr. Fixer were a character we could have played.
That would have been fun. See, I wanted to play Haka, but
yes. Well,
Rob would have tried to steal Haka from me. I'm sure.
maybe.
Probably.
Why would I have Haka?
So,
Actually, no.
You're a
I think
Stealer.
Absolute Zero is totally Rob's character.
has Absolute Zero and Tachyon went and I just didn't mark him? Or?
Yes, he took down
All right.
Yeah, I took down the mothership.
the mothership.
I don't believe
I haven't
Tachyon
gone
is
since the
Rob's
last time I went, which was when I injured the mothership.
Okay, well, there's the environment and Tachyon left. Who's going, Rockstar? Oh, did everyone
Tachyon
mark
is
a
going.
hero point?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Then Tachyon is going to try to prevent further degradation and possibly help this environment a bit, make sure that things don't get worse. So she's going to use her own stabilization device that she uses to heal herself of the little micro injuries that she would get from running so fast, and rejigger it on the fly and put it on the tree to try to help it mend itself.
It's a tree
Okay.
generation device.
Yeah, it sure is. And I'll be
No.
using principle of science for that overcome.
Okay.
So it'll be rolling inventions and science.
Sounds fair. And you get to go with the max.
Yeah, so my max is going to be 6.
Well, with a 6, it's a fail or succeeds, but with a minor twist.
Okay. Well, how about the minor twist is because I was using it on my own device. I won't be able to use it to heal myself for some period of time.
I'll allow it.
Ooh.
You basically lose access to that power.
Yep.
For
Clever.
the scene or whatever. Okay, yep. Sounds good to me. So that will actually help rejuvenate it a bit, but as you basically work on the tree, you get the feeling that to really turn this around, you're going to need to get something that's better with the weird magic shenanigans.
Yeah, can I shout out, Argent Adept, where are you? We could definitely use your help right now.
You can shout it out, but there doesn't seem to be any immediate reply.
Boo. Well, I did succeed, so each of me and each of my allies get a hero point.
All right.
Wow, we're just racking up these hero points.
That's a lot of hero points. I got like 4, man.
Same.
That will
Two?
tick back to the tree as it continues to degrade from the damage that's been done to it. So,
Poor tree.
Poor tree.
that'll wrap back around. There's still roaming bots around. So that they can have some fun to do. The environment's going to hand it back to the roaming bots. Who there's only 2 of them left, and I think they're just going to basically attack who they're nearest. And so one's going to attack Absolute Zero.
Okay.
3 damage.
Oh no! Wait a minute.
Just cross you back over.
It does.
You son of a gun. All right. Roll your...
Rob taps his soul ring.
All right. I assume someone's going to have a +1 floating then, since I got a 3.
Oh, yep. +1.
Right.
And the other one's going to attack Rockstar with a 5 damage.
5 damage.
Yep.
Oh, that ain't good. Even if I soak 3. Not good, folks.
3? Do you do 3? I thought it was only 2 so far.
Are you in the red then?
3 because I'm in the red now.
Yeah. Oh, you're actually in red damage?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yes,
So
I
you
am
soak,
in the red.
so you
However,
soak 3.
Huh?
So you absorb 3 of them.
I absorb 3. Now, I have a power that says when I change personal zones, I can boost.
Yes, that's what Rob's been doing.
Ooh, can I do that now?
Yeah, if that just crossed you into the 3. Did it just now, or when did that?
It happened last round.
Oh.
So probably can't do it now.
Technically you should have done it then.
It's just mean.
Sorry.
Gotta be cruel about it.
Yep.
All right, I'm injured. It's terrible.
What is that ability?
Pardon?
What's that ability you're referencing?
Rock out.
Rock out. Okay, it's a reaction. Okay. Yeah. Rob's is weirdly an inherent thing, which makes it extra gross because he can keep doing it.
Gross, Rob.
I'm wondering if that's something that got errated later, but we'll see when the full book comes out. So with that, they'll hand it to the snipers. Because again, I'm afraid they may not get much opportunities left. And one's going to try to blast Legacy with 2 damage.
0 damage.
0 damage. One towards Tachyon, 2 damage.
Okay.
And one will... Fine. Absolute 0 for 3.
Yeah!
All right. So that's basically the remaining bots. We'll hand it back over to, we'll go with Tachyon.
All right, let's try to mop some stuff up. We got 3 of those sniper bots still, and how many? 2 of the roaming bots?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, then yeah, I'll go.
Or is it just one of the roaming bots?
There's 2.
Oh,
One of
okay.
them's near. Should be. Did I accidentally delete it?
Probably.
Yeah. One of them's near Absolute Zero. One of them's near Rockstar.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do a hypersonic assault to try to hit all of them lightly and hope that throws some of them to the ground. So
Okay.
she'll do her run and punch all around this place, stirring up like dirt and grass and stuff that get into their gears.
So, are you wanting to knock the snipers to the ground?
I'm gonna try to. Oh yeah, I'll go with all the snipers.
Okay, I mean, I'd let you basically knock them down as an overcome.
Oh, I'm just trying to beat to get rid of them.
Take them out.
Yeah, to take them out. I said knock them down, but if that's okay.
Oh, I see. Knock them.
Yeah,
prone.
exactly.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to.
Yeah, I think with that, then you'll probably have to go with the sniper bots or spider bots as the roaming ones, as the rest are kind of
scattered.
Yeah, scattered in high, hard to reach places.
Yep, hypersonic assault it is then. So I'll use speed and finesse.
All right,
and a floating +1.
Cool. Sounds good. So I'm going to be hitting them with my min, but also hindering them with my mid.
Okay. So they'll roll to save. One does not. The other does.
Ooh.
So you get the one near Rockstar, since Rob apparently seems to like being chomped on, and the other one degrades.
Cool. And then they're both hindered 2.
Hindered 2. Okay. All right, who's next?
I'll send it to Rockstar.
Okay. So the snipers are sniping.
Yep.
And whatever's happening to the tree is now happening without any harvesters to harvest.
Yeah, it's not having as rapidly.
Okay. And then there's one spider bot left.
Yep.
And 3 snipers.
Trying to see if there's a way that I can attack more than one sniper, and I don't think there is. I don't, first of all, have any ranged powers that I can find. But I am red, and I am seriously badly hurt.
All right, well.
It's time to curl up.
No, not that badly hurt, but I do have a power, the Encore, which allows me to hinder myself using vitality and recover health equal to my max plus my mid die.
Well, that's kind of what I was talking about, but
yeah, that thing.
Okay.
Shut up. So that'd be vitality. What am my other thing going to be? Other thing.
How exactly are you pulling this off?
Okay, she's going to suddenly encase herself in the crystals and bathe in their healing energies.
Oh, she's kind of new agey, huh?
Exactly.
Okay. Are you from Gym World?
I'm just saying that my closer is a punk rock version of My Heart Will Go On. Yeah, so since this is actually surrounding myself with hard rock, would that be hard rock lifestyle? I think it might.
I'd allow it.
So, crud.
So, you hinder yourself with the min die, so 2. Right. So that's a -1 to your next action.
Okay.
But you use your max and your mid, so you heal 10.
Nice. That don't suck.
Could be better, but yeah.
It gets me out of the red zone.
For now.
Shut up. All right. So, yeah. I am now healed.
All right. You go next.
I'm hindered because I have to get out of the crystal later. Legacy is going next because he can fly at those armed snipers.
I could, or I could help some of you who are low of health.
I could use some help.
Okay. Then I will use motivational charge, and what I will do is I will attack one of the armored snipers. So I will attack using leadership, and I will attack using strength. All nearby allies with their health in the yellow or red zone recover health equal to my min die. Now, the bad thing is I've got a -4 on this. So we'll see what happens.
If you like...
a -1.
Ooh.
So we actually lose points?
Okay.
It's hurtful.
So this was an attack, so you fail to hit. And did that say if successful?
No, it just said all nearby allies with their health in the yellow or red recover health equal to my min die, which is 1 plus. It's 1.
Yes.
Yep. Am I a nearby ally?
Yes, I'm standing right next to you. I punched that sniper bot.
Puncher.
I'll let you guys get to 1 health.
Sorry. I tried, but the bad thing was that I had that stupid -4.
All right.
And that's all I can do. But I want to look around and see if I can find Argent Adept.
Well, you might have to try looking around.
Okay.
That is to say, use an overcome action to...
All right. To see if I can find him.
Yeah.
You know has Tachyon gone?
Tachyon has gone. The only things that haven't gone is Absolute Zero and the environment.
Well, Absolute Zero...
Throw out the environment.
Go ahead, environment, I guess. So we're all going to be in the red zone.
Intelligent. Yes.
All right, let's go ahead and do that. We're like 1 away.
Yeah, but now Brian can't throw it from the environment to the bad guys.
Yes.
Well, that's true too.
Or the environment to the environment.
Good call, Rob.
Usually. Also, we're in the red zone.
Which will toss it to Absolute Zero.
Yep.
Sports nerd.
Thermal shockwave.
What are you doing?
He's opening up his exhaust ports.
Oh.
Opening up the exhaust ports and hitting a couple of the snipe. Actually, I'm going to hit one of the snipers and the last roamer.
Okay.
See if I can't take some things out. And myself, of course. Because it's how we roll. Cold, ranged combat, and yep. No modifiers right now?
Nope.
Boosh! 9, 9, and 4.
Okay.
Well, let's throw that 4 at the roaming spider bots.
Okay.
I'll throw that 9 at one of the snipers.
Well, one of them
and throw that other 9 at myself and boost.
Okay.
Because I'm back in the green.
You're like a cartoon, Rob.
And the boost will be 4, which is plus 2, which is plus 1.
Plus 2.
Yeah.
All right. So, what kind of boost is this?
So did a thermal shockwave. I'm hoping to maybe melt some of the webbing that they're using to hold themselves into place.
All right. Fair enough.
On the ones that are remaining.
Who's going next?
Let's send it back to Legacy.
All right, Legacy.
All right. And there's a floating what? +1, you said? Or +2?
+2.
I'm going to try to do an overcome.
All right.
And I'm going to see if I can't find Argent Adept.
All right.
And see where...
How do you go about this?
Well, I think I'm going to have to do it by using my history of Argent's relationship with this area and the tree since the end of the big attack, and I'm going to fly around the area to see if I can scout or spy. No. Not. Oh man, this is really bad if I do this. It would actually be better for me to use awareness. That's such a low die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to fly around and see, and I'm going to go ahead and use that +1.
Fly back and forth at high speed to try and identify.
Yes, and I get a 9.
Okay. I mean, I could argue against the history, but since all his other dice, that's basically his lowest on the qualities.
Yeah, that's all of them are D8s.
So a 9, which would be a success. So you do manage to see him seem to be under a collapsed wall.
Oh no.
Pinned down and unconscious.
I will scream
at the base of the tree.
I will scream at Rockstar to get over there and lift that wall off of him.
All right.
Okay.
Since you've got strength, right?
I do have strength.
Okay.
I have many, many strengths.
Unless Tachyon has something that's better, but...
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, use your Manny strengths.
That's hurtful. Shut up. Okay. So I'm just going to go over there. Now, is this actually my turn, or are you just telling me
Yeah,
to do
I'm
this?
throwing it over to you.
Throwing it over to me. Okay. So I have a thing that says you do not need to roll to perform mundane acts of great strength.
I'd still say that this would be an overcome to do the action to prevent any further injuries to a Argent Adept.
All right. Can I use Principle of Strength again?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to overcome using brute force.
All right.
So I'm going to go strength. And I'm going to go, I don't know. What's the other one? I'm going to go leadership.
Okay.
Do you have you don't have an imposing or anything, right?
I don't. My qualities, I have close combat, creativity, hard rock lifestyle, and leadership.
Yeah, do note that the scene's also in red now.
Ooh.
So be sure to mark that on your thing before rolling.
It's a red scene, and there are no flying bonuses.
Nope, not anymore. I used Rob's 1.
Which
No
I
flying
think
burrito brothers.
Legacy should have actually rolled a d10.
Probably. Still would have been a success, though, right?
True, yeah.
So,
I couldn't have gotten worse.
yeah.
Well,
maybe.
Crud.
Oh, no.
2, and well, you get to use the max die. So the d6 did roll a 6.
I rolled a
Which
6.
Is either a failure or a success with a twist.
Success with a
minor
twist.
A success with a twist.
All right. Do you have some idea of what you want the minor twist to be?
Does it have to be like a short-term twist or like a hindrance to me, or?
It has to be usually some sort of a penalty or hindrance or bad thing that happens narratively.
Okay. Because I was doing the Healy thing, and Legacy then said, hey, go do this, and I was surprised. I'm actually still partly coated in crystal. I didn't actually come entirely out of the chrysalis, so I'm hindered because there's still hunks of rock attached to me that I have to get rid of.
All right. Well, we'll go hindered with your max plus min die.
Yep.
So 8 would be a -3.
Okay. Also, since I did that overcome, each of my allies gains a hero point.
Okay.
Really?
Hey, 5.
Wow, we are all the way up to 5.
All right. So you managed to remove the rubble from Argent Adept, preventing any further injury to him. He seems to be in real bad condition. He's safe now, but he could use some immediate attention.
Okay. That's too bad because the snipers are about to go.
The snipers are going now?
Come on, dude.
I'm sorry. That's what's happening.
Okay.
Tachyon can still go.
Yeah, Tachyon could go. She's fast.
That's what's happening.
All right.
I don't write the rules. I just tell you.
You're chaotic evil, aren't you?
Matthew, probably.
No. Well,
in this one, you totally do basically write the rules, but okay.
Don't even. Look, if there's one thing I know, it's comic books.
Snipers are going to snipe. They're going to blast at Legacy. No. But
for no damage?
For no damage. And
yeah, the other one can shoot at me too. I'm fine.
I'll take it.
Oh yeah, you're in green. You can take it too. But I can take it.
Can't you do a thing to take the hit?
Oh
yeah, I do. I do have a thing that would. If another,
I think Absolute Zero does too. Or actually,
where is it?
When you would be. Oh, let's see.
Or am I thinking of?
No,
Rockstar
I have a thing.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I have
take one for the team. When an opponent attacks, I may become the target of that attack and defend by rolling your red zone die.
I have heroic interception. When an opponent attacks, you may become the target of that attack and defend by rolling your leadership die.
So I just roll the red zone die?
Yes.
A 5.
5. Okay, well, you fully absorb it. You just put up a wall of ice and block the second shot.
Why?
Okay. All right. And I guess the snipers will hand it off to the environment.
No.
Getting it that much closer to bad.
We're almost to the end. Someone run over there and heal.
Someone run over there.
Heal Argent Adept.
And that'll hand it over to Tachyon.
All right. So I will in fact run over to Argent Adept, and can I basically like go science into medicine to try to figure out what I can do to get him back conscious again?
Sure.
Sweet. All right. So that would I assume be an overcome.
Yes.
Spelling.
Then I will use lightning calculator as I think fast to try to come up with a solution, and science.
All right.
And we're now in the red, so I'll roll it. Considering it's an overcome with science, I can use my max because I am using the principle of science.
All right. And so, yes, you successfully revive the Argent Adept, and he was able to kind of stagger to his feet and walk over to the tree as he starts doing his weird void magic music to soothe, and you see this gaping wound up the side of the tree kind of start healing over. There's still quite the weird scar along the side. Basically with that, you guys can make pretty quick work of the remaining snipers, and once he manages to stabilize the tree, he turns to you guys and says, thank you for your assistance, heroes.
Well, thank you for alerting us to this peril and for doing whatever weird magic thing you do. I honestly still can't understand it, and you should really let me, when my lab is rebuilt, do a full analysis of how your powers work and how they sync with this tree. I'll have to mail the mobile lab so I can bring it to you and the tree at the same time.
Yes, we can consider that. But for the time being, I think I need to stay with the tree, continue to help it heal.
You did a good job today. You truly exemplify what a hero is.
Thank you,
Do you
Legacy.
mind if I sample that music? Because I think that would be really great as a backbeat.
Sure, we can probably work something out. Well,
What happened here? When did these things arrive?
is pretty much when I radioed you that they just started coming out of the sewers and just massing. Seemed like that big thing there crawled out of the river and just started swarming. I tried to hold them back, but I was quickly overcome. And
why do you think they were attacking the tree?
I don't know. I was investigating the tree myself for some weird energies that seem to be coming from it.
Weird energies? And I look at Tachyon.
She shrugs. Says, "Weird how?"
It's been fairly stable for a while, but all of a sudden there's been a weird surge of power.
Like your magical primal power, or you know what? I need instruments. I should take.
I have instruments.
Oh, you did. Oh no, not your kind of instruments. That's cute though. No, I meant like things that detect radiation and figure out what kind of energy this is outputting. They might be trying to harvest it as some kind of power source.
Okay, yeah, they maybe. Sounds good. You should check it. Hold on. Someone else needs your help. A visionary. She just called out to me. Yeah, hold on. I'll send help there now. She needs help in Ravenwood.
Well, I guess we have to go there now. No rest for the Freedom 5 and Rockstar.
That's right. Pay attention to this
top billing.
Pay attention to this tree and follow this energy signature and let us know as soon as you can if you detect anything. And we will be in Ravenwood. And I grab Rockstar by the collar. Away!
And thus ends issue 1.
So what do you guys think of this?
I am loving this. This is fun.
It's very silly, but I find it enjoyable.
I'm really enjoying the order mechanics and how you get kind of a randomization effect going, and it's not standard turn order that you'd have in a more, codified game.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a few systems that do mechanics like this. I like that there's no really resources except for your health in like this. It's not like you have to conserve which of your powers you're using, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said before,
a resource?
after playing
it's a
this
resource
game now,
for you.
It only solidifies my statement that I made at the beginning of the game about how this is Fate plus
Powered
by the Apocalypse.
Yeah,
I
mean, each of the characters is basically a kit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I really like how this game rolls. I guess the thing that still frustrates me, and it's kind of the same as when we played Shadow of the Demon Lord. You only got one action, and so it's like, I know my character is supposed to be a leader, but at the same time, I want to punch something, and all I can do is say, "Keep going, heroes. Here's some bonuses to sprinkle around." Away!
You do have the one power that lets you punch something and
do some of those other things.
And invigorate your allies into healing.
Which one is that? That is
it's the one you tried to use last time, but just had a terrible penalty against you. And
get a -4.
So it feels like the card game in that for the most part people are typically only taking one action unless they've gotten some
combos. And
I mean, I would argue with the card game, you almost get two actions because you get the card play and the
because you get the card play and the power. So there's like two actions that you're going to do in that. So I don't know. I really enjoy this game. I want to see what happens in issue number 2, but you're going to have to tune in next time to find out what happens. If you have any questions, podcast@majorspoilers.com. Don't forget our Patreon page at patreon.com/majorspoilers. And of course, our Discord, if you want to come in and chat things up with some of the Major Spoilers crew and a bunch of really awesome people, there's a link to our Discord in the show notes. So until next time, for Tachyon and, Tachyon and Legacy and Rockstar and Absolute Zero, and for our GM Ryan, here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2020 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.